Game over.
And what is up? Welcome back. It's Friday night. You're here with the Average Boys Podcast. It's your boy Crispy, and I am here with my boy Triggs. What is up, my dude?
What's going on, man?
It's going, man. How was your week?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. A little bit slow on the seller side, but still made some good sales.
Nice.
Kind of hit it, at the last little, hitch, and loving it. And yeah, man, just enjoying it, man. Actually going to be sampling one of our products, some stuff that I'm trying to move right now, our Texas Crown Club whiskey.
What is that?
This is our Texas Crown Club whiskey. This is kind of like one of our competitors to Crown Royal, except it's made in Texas. So it's a Canadian style whiskey.
Nice, dude. Cool Canadian style Texas. What's up, Danny? What's going on? Yeah, well, it's been a good week, man. It's just a lot of work. Another great week to be nerdy, dude. Another great week to be nerdy. It's been going pretty good. I mean, just working, man. I can't complain. The company I work for is pretty nice to us, and like today they did us all like a badass little luncheon and all this other stuff. They got us like enchilada plates, and everybody kind of just chilled and talked, and just getting to know each other. We got some big jobs coming up.
Did you get a different job, or is this the same one that you were with?
Yeah, it's the graphics design job that I got.
So, okay.
Just been hustling, man. What's real cool is like I know I told you, what's up, Mike? What's up, Big Mike? Michael Betancourt in the comment section. What's up, my dude?
Betancourt himself.
What's up? You're gonna want to listen in today, Mike. We got Star Wars talks today, dude, and I know you love your Star Wars, dude. I know you love your Star Wars. Yeah, overall the work's been going pretty good. We had a really busy week. We got some really big jobs coming up. We got a job that's going to be we have a couple of our guys that are going to be camping out at a bike trail because they got to just set up all the signs at this crazy bike trail that they got coming up in at Falcon Lake, I think.
Oh, dude, Falcon Lake's the shit, though. Yeah, I love Falcon Lake.
They're going to be camping out there. It's going to be super crazy. Yo, boys. It's good to be back, Robert. Yeah, man. So our boy Robert Flores in the comments had gotten his shit hacked when it was the hack of 2022 the other last week, dude, when everybody was just clicking and asking for favors. Yeah, Rob got hit up for a favor, and I guess he clicked on it, and they took his account away, but he got his account back. Congratulations, man. I know it's a struggle to do that. So good to see you back on your feet. Good to see you back in the comment section. Good to see you back in your old account. Now you just got to add your friends back and get trust and not get asked for favors. Yeah, I'm going to ask Robert for favors all the time. I know that boy's going to pull through. What do you got planned for this weekend?
Me, I actually have a tasting this tomorrow at Bourbon Street Liquor. And I will be actually sampling some of this, the Texas Crown, maybe some of the Agavalas that I have. It's a tequila, a flavored tequila.
That's right. That's right there on 107 in McAllen, right? Or like next to in Edinburgh?
No, the Bourbon Street is actually on.
It's on McCall. Yeah, it's on McCall and Trenton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's where I bought this today. So today I am drinking Tropical Punch Captain Morgan. That's what I'm kicking today.
Yeah, man, dude, I love that lady. Love that lady. That old lady is so nice to me. Her name
nice place, man.
Yeah, dude, her name is Martha, and she treats me so well. Like, honest to God, one of my favorite accounts. I love working with her. She calls me and she's like, "Oh, hey, honey," and I'm like, "Oh, I love you, Martha."
You're like a married lady. Stop hitting on me and making me feel good.
Yeah, chill. My wife's on here.
She can make that. She can make those beans. She can make those beans.
So, no, Josh, she's nicest lady, dude. Super easy to work with. Is making my job just so much more enjoyable when I get to talk to her. And I'm actually going to be doing a tasting over there. And so I will be there from 5 to 8. So after the guys, after you guys are done with the convention tomorrow, you guys come swing by over here, go get some of that good liquorage, and then maybe go back for that after party or whatever.
Yeah, most def. As a matter of fact, now that you mention it, we are going to be at the South Texas Gamers Expo tomorrow, hosted by the same people that put on Anime Fiesta, and they put on, of course, the biggest show in South Texas, the South Texas Comic Con. Our boy Ramsey Ramirez. That's right. Big gaming section tomorrow. Ramsey Ramirez was live I'd say about 30, 40 minutes ago. I was on his little live feed that he was doing. Showed off these really, really badass championship belts that they got instead of trophies. So,
man, honest to God, I would love for him to do this. I don't know if he ever will or if he's ever going to implement this, or maybe he even has already, is like a BYOC or a bring your own computer.
Oh, I was thinking C was something way different.
Bring your... Whoa.
Whoa.
Get your mind out of the gutter there, guy.
Yeah, sorry, man. It's a long week.
Yeah, right. No, man. So the BYOC, so for like DreamHack or QuakeCon,
like the LAN styles.
Yeah, so basically it's just a really, really big LAN party. Like that's what it is. It's a super, super big LAN party. As a matter of fact, QuakeCon is the largest LAN party in America, 3,200. I think they actually bumped it up to 3,600 computers now in a single room. And it's like a huge fucking warehouse. Huge warehouse. Yes, he is. Brian will be joining after he does his bartender stuff. I actually
he had a gig tonight, so he said he'll jump in about 10:30.
Yeah, man, I'm sure you'll get that little backwards and forwards with me and Brian.
I'm gonna put some money down that I guarantee he'll probably jump in the comments in about 30 minutes and be like, "What's up, dude? I couldn't wait long enough to be away from you,
dude."
Guys.
Actually, he should be back by then.
Oh yeah, most def. You know what? But as a matter of fact, talking about the way you said QuakeCon is with the 300 computer setup and all that shit,
it is something that we as showrunners used to do, but liability insurance is a bitch for smaller shows. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Understood.
Yo, but
yeah, because I mean, to me, like QuakeCon is also like they also do like computer show offs. So like people who like computer builders, like they'll do from like all over the world. They'll come to that convention, show off their builds and stuff like that, their custom mods, and they'll win prize money for it. They're sponsored by Balls, Bethesda.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Balls has been the game for a fucking long time.
For a minute.
Yeah, I think you need some like big sponsors to pull some shit off like that down here.
Yeah,
huge sponsors. But I mean, with the e-games, the way e-games are kind of running out down here right now, maybe in a couple of years it'll be big enough that we can throw something that large. I know that with what Ramsey's got going on tomorrow, he's got half of the convention checked out.
Well, I know Ninja Land did it, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I was really, really excited to see that.
Fucking Echo sucks, dude.
Yeah, Echo does kind of suck, but I mean, it was their first time coming back in like 2 decades. So I mean, good on them for pulling off a still really, really fun convention.
So I had a blast when I went. A second one. Even though it was like it wasn't executed well because I think it's still the location that messed it up. But I am so down to do a Ninja Land Part 2. I would totally be a part of that shit again.
Oh, dude, I have a feeling Michael would do another one.
Almost.
I know. As a matter of fact, I'm sure he's planning on it. Yeah. I bet I could hit him up and be like, "Yo, when's Ninja Land 2 coming?"
Yeah, let's get it. He's actually working alongside right now with the 80s Brewery. So yeah, he's working alongside with them and stuff like that. He's got.
I actually have to go check that place out, man.
And
you know what? We actually have to go check that place out.
Almost def. And then of course
we have Cristela.
Games at Ham.
Yeah, man, Games at Ham, Julio.
Yeah, he's got a lot of his set up there at the 80s Brewery. Plus, he's going to be tomorrow at the Gamers Expo.
At the Gamers Expo. Yeah, he's got a bunch of cabs over there, right?
Oh yeah. They're going to have a lot of games. Killer Instinct, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Tekken, of course, a bunch of esports games. There's going to have several rooms and convention areas. What I think is super cool is half of the convention center is dedicated to nothing but fucking tabletop card games.
Oh, dude, that'd be sick, dude.
Huge setup.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, all those.
So literally, like when you walk into the main room of the convention center, half of it is all just tables dedicated to that. And then the other half is all the vendors and cosplayers and the guests and stuff. All the guests are all voice actors, ranging from people who are in Dragon Ball.
There's a lot of Dragon Ball,
IQ. Like they have a female Mei Lee or something Lee. She comes out in Apex Legends. She's one of the chicks from Apex Legends, and she's Jade in Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
So, and they got the voice of Ryu. I'm super excited about that. Vegeta, the guy that does Death Note, Riku or Ryuk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ryuk.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a really, really cool event. We're gonna be there all weekend. Setup tomorrow is nuts though. It's gonna be at 6 in the morning. VIPs are gonna be allowed at 9:30, and then I think doors are gonna open up about 10:30 or 11. I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
Super exciting weekend, man. I mean, what more can you ask for? We got video games, we got cosplay, we got vendors and collections and stuff like that. I mean, what more a nerd can ask for, other than Marvel, Star Wars, and more comic book stuff with like the boys and stuff. But before we get into the cool stuff and talking about, the shows that everybody's been reacting to, we want to talk about, man, it's so hard to talk about this without Brian here, but we'll go ahead and acknowledge the elephant in the nation of Hawaii, or wherever he was last at. Our boy Ezra Miller is back at it again, doing some wild shit.
Can't not talk about this dude now. Like, it's crazy.
It's nuts, dude, because it literally, like, almost like cascading from right before the slap heard around the world, the Will Smith Chris Rock slap, making the comment of saying like, oh man, dude, Ezra Miller's got to top this. Shit, fucking Ezra Miller, he's just like, there's just no stop, dude. He's the Flash, bro. Like, you just run and he never just stops. So allegations came out this past week that Ezra Miller is on the run from the police department. I don't know which police. It's like the nation of something. No, it's like a Native American tribe that's got him on shit.
Yeah, like it's some.
It's very confusing, man.
Yeah, it's really hard to put it all together. But I know that he has another one from Massachusetts. I can't remember the exact like document, but it's basically like a don't go near me thing. And it's not a restraining order, it's like more than that. It's more serious than that. But yeah, like, I mean, dude, it's bad. Like, this dude needs to be arrested.
Yeah, so the allegations that are going on right now is apparently Ezra Miller had been grooming a 12-year-old girl who is now an adult, right? I mean, yes. She's 18 now, but the parents of this child or this person, a protective order.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
A protective order.
Ezra Miller had been grooming this person since the age of 12. It's a 12-year-old kid. Well, it started when she was 12. But the questions that a lot of people are asking was, well, why did the parents allow it? When she was that young, the parents were allowing this person or this child to go on trips and fly in planes and just be dedicated to this person. Apparently, the grooming all was kind of like subjugated into the idea that they were all activists, and Ezra Miller being a pretty known person in the activist department when it comes to a lot of different subjects. He's very much involved with a lot of different I guess protests or something like that. And I'm guessing
he's like what's called very philanthropical. So like he engages in like a lot of these, like for the betterment, like movements and stuff like that, not just the LGBTQ, but like racism.
Yeah, there's a bunch of movements.
He's like, before all of this, like he was very, granted, yes, he did have his scuff ups and stuff like that, like his alleged, throwing an old lady on the ground and, a couple like run-ins here and there. But I think that's kind of like every celebrity. But yeah, he was also like, he did a lot of like protesting, and like at the time he was using his platform for the voice of good and stuff like that,
activist work and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so that's why I was kind of like, okay, cool, like, great. Yeah, it was it's not looking good for Mr. Miller.
You know what? But Bobby in the comments makes a really good point. So far, there's no allegations that sex is involved. It's more like a cult. Like, it's more like a cult following. Like, he has these people that he's grooming just to be like, almost like his followers. Because now, today, the news is, yes, they still cannot find this dude, which I think is
horrendous,
weird as fuck. But another girl came out in Massachusetts, another 12-year-old, that she came out and said that it was almost the same kind of, pattern that he has with this other child. What do we think's gonna happen, man?
Dude, honest to God, man, like that guy's heading to prison. Like this isn't like
If
like,
they ever
oh,
find
we're
him,
gonna get this dude help or something like that. Like, no, you're going to fucking prison.
yo, and there's a part of me that like I don't like this guy, but it's so fucking wild that he's like still memeing. Like, dude, he's
Dude,
out there.
I'm not, honest to God, like I'm really not. Like with the way that the world is right now, and not even just now, but even for the past like 6 7 years, everything is a meme. I
Oh,
guarantee
most
you the
definitely.
world could end tomorrow and there would be
And someone's
memes
gonna meme it. Yeah.
until fucking D-Day. Guarantee you that.
You
Like,
didn't see the
okay,
one that I just posted
was
in the group chat
there
earlier?
was like an Austrian prime minister that was killed on TV, live television. He was killed, and they memed about it minutes after he died.
Dude, you didn't see the one I just posted up in the chat a little while ago?
Yes, yes,
The one
I
of the
saw that.
kid. There was a fucking little kid, little redhead kid that like got lost in the forest, and they found him. And in the second picture of him, like they have like a before and after picture, and in the second video, it just looks like the kid looks real tattered. You know, he looks really like he's just been through some trauma. And the fucking
So apparently
section,
there's that I actually know the story behind that picture.
the kid,
Apparently the story is that like that kid got lost and
yeah,
was like
in the
living
woods
with
for 2 days.
fucking, yeah, no, he was like living like with dogs or some shit like that and found his way back.
Dude, that's fucking bonkers, dude. Someone was like, man, dude, just the comment sections was just so fucking wild. I wanted you guys just to laugh with it, but in the process of it, in my mind, I'm like, wow,
I
dude,
can't
that
laugh
kid's,
at that, dude.
yeah,
Like,
that kid. Just looking at that kid's face was like, man, that kid went through some horrible shit. Like he looked like he aged like fucking 4 years, dude. Like he looked like he was just on whiskey and smokes, dude. Like the
very
kid
well
just
may
looked
have
like,
been.
yeah, it just looked like he's some shit. But I think it's so wild that how is this dude still able to use a cell phone and meme and they can't like track him through like his IP shit? Isn't there like technology that has that kind of stuff?
Yeah, but the thing is that like, believe it or not, it's a lot easier to run than people think that it is.
Really?
Like if yeah, oh yeah. Like I guarantee you, if I don't want to be found, I'm not going to be. Promise you that.
Oh yeah.
But with that being said, but me, I'm very like technologically savvy. I would know how to stay away.
To try to find someone or something. I mean, but not only that, like the memes that this guy's leaving is literally in regards
to
like
his
character that he's playing in a Warner Brothers film. And Warner Brothers has made zero comments about this situation. I think, in fact, yesterday it came out that they finally said that they've managed to remove Amber Heard from Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
As if that was like something that they needed to be praised for. Like they're like, hey guys, guess what? Fucking breaking news. We finally removed Amber. It's like, dude, what did you fucking think we wanted to see her? Like, this is what you want to be praised for? Like, now look at this. Like, they have not made a comment about Ezra Miller. They sent him to Hawaii. Like, they're the dudes that sent him to Hawaii to get like rehab and to relax the fuck out. And he just caused a bunch of problems. And now all these other things are coming up. And then while he's out there running from the police, not being, a model citizen or whatnot, running for the police officers or whatever, he's making comments about the character that they own, like their franchise, which I think they need to separate themselves from completely at this moment. Like, especially at this moment. But man, we know DC, man. DC does not like to separate during drama. I mean, fucking Marvel releases James Gunn the moment some shit pops off about his Twitter account. And what does DC do? Oh, we'll fucking hire him. I'll hire him right now, man. Shit.
See, and I saw that coming because like DC was gonna like jump at the James Gunn, right? Oh, yep. Dude, this guy's made money for Marvel. Fuck it, we'll take him.
Yeah,
right?
we'll take him definitely.
Yeah, like the guy said that he apologized. Cool, fuck it, whatever. And so like that's why I was kind of like, okay, I get it. I even understand it to an extent, but there's like with this. I go ahead, try and sell me the fucking story that you want to spin with Ezra.
Yeah,
it's a good idea to still keep him.
What can?
Because I guarantee you, if I find out that like he's still like, or like, okay, I
On the
don't
payroll?
expect them to drop or to scrap the Flash movie right now. I really don't.
Well, they just released the prequel comic to it.
Yeah. So
They
it's
literally
probably,
just released it like yesterday.
I guarantee you it's probably in post production right now. And if it is, then yeah, that's it. Whatever they have, that's what they're sticking with. They are not doing reshoots, nothing. They are going to, at that moment, once that is done, cut ties. That is it.
Straight truth, straight as much as you can. Do you think the movie's gonna make money?
Yes, because people want to see destruction. They want to see the
people
dumpster
like this
fire.
kind of chaos, right?
Yeah.
Because
Think about it. Would you go to a building that was being blown up? You fucking know you would, because you just want to see it crumble. You want to see the chaos.
Oh, dude,
You
that's
know
so
it's going to be
horrible.
bad, so you're just going to see it.
So do you really think the Flash movie when they were creating it was going to be bad?
No.
Like, I have to ask.
No, I don't. Like, I'm not a huge like Flash fan, right? I know a lot about the Flash because, you know, one of my best friends is a huge Flash fan, so I have to educate him pretty often. That, and I've already known about the Flash anyway, right? Like, I know about a lot of his feats, you know, among the Flash family, so I'm very well aware, you know, or very well versed with the Flash. I don't think that this was going to be a bad movie. You know, the traversing of the multiverse, very cool. Sure.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Keaton's coming back to reprise his role as Tim Burton's Batman.
That's cool.
That alone is going to be fucking saving grace for me.
Yep.
Plus, on top of that, we have the female Superman. Weird, but okay.
Cool flex.
Okay, yeah, right. Cool flex, but all right. Didn't ask for it.
But
didn't ask for this, but you know, whatever. I guess I'll take it.
Yeah.
And hey, congratulations to whoever that they got. I forget her name.
For Batman or whatever. Batwoman.
No, to the new Superman. It's a
female. Yeah. What are you talking about?
And you know, congrats to her on it. You know, I hope she does well with it. But dude, their DCEU is pretty much fucking gone.
So that's the thing. Okay, so that's another part. So we know they're gonna go for sure with the Flash movie with Ezra Miller, and in the process of it, I mean, if they do any type of reshoots right now, it's gonna be with the purpose of doing a run, be destroyed in the multiverse or the Speed Force, and then he goes back and Ezra Miller, the Flash, his character will be the lightning bolt that touches the new actor that's going to be the Flash in the new series, or the new actor that they're going to choose. Right?
Even if I mean, that's even assuming they even keep the DCEU. You know, like,
dude, they're about to release Black Adam. Can you imagine if they were just like, yeah, I bet we're done.
Dude, I almost kind of see it, but I mean, you're right though. You know, and on top of that, they also have the second Shazam movie that they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, I'll die on that rock. I think Shazam was great, and I think them bringing the Rock into the DC universe is like their saving grace. I think the Rock can carry himself enough as a superhero character. It's like he was made for. Like, someone needed to pick him up, and I think having him play a character like Black Adam, you can't go wrong.
You know, honestly, I kind of agree with you. The guy has proven himself as a franchise, you know, helper.
Oh, definitely.
You know, like he basically saved the Fast franchise, which fucking weird flex, but okay. But you know, like everyone thinks that, like, everyone shits on it, but believe it or not, like, the Fast franchise was very well on its way to dying until The Rock came in. He grossed them like an extra $100 million, which is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, I mean, it's not wrong. And then they're still making Fast movies. They're gonna go like to space, and then they'll fight like.
Man, they already went to space. That's the fucked up thing.
They barely
went to space.
They barely made it. They shot a car into space.
Bro, have you been to space? I haven't been to space. But
I was totally gonna jump into that NASA giveaway to the moon. I was totally gonna get in that shit. But knowing my luck, I'll probably get chosen and like fucking, I don't know, I'll get left there.
Well, just wait for Puro Pinche Elon, dude. I'm sure he'll send one of us.
Uncle
Uncle Elon.
Yeah, wait for Theo Elon.
Right.
Mike, that's a really good thing. Okay, so he says Dr. Fate's gonna do some multiverse fix that's gonna realign the new 52 style. Okay. I mean,
you know what? Honestly, I'm good with it. I am good with it.
They're probably gonna have to do some like weird incursion thing, like the Marvel's doing with the incursion stuff, and they're gonna slam these universes together to bring like the Robert Patterson, to bring like Joaquin
Dude,
Phoenix's
please
Joker.
don't do no.
Dude, I'm telling you, they will do anything to save themselves right now. They need to.
Dude, I cannot
so
believe that
messy.
it has been like it's been rumored that the next Joker movie is going to be a fucking musical.
Dude, oh, don't even start, man.
I saw that and I was like, I'm done. I'm glad I didn't watch the first one. Like, I'm definitely not watching the second one.
The fucking Joker movie, a musical. Yeah. Okay, so
they were like,
you guys in the comment section
or something like that is going to be Harley Quinn, and I was, or no,
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, whoever the fuck they're going to get to be Harley
Quinn.
Yeah, Lady Gaga is Harley Quinn, and I was like, all right, no one fucking cares, dude.
Dude, I was fucking tripping out this week. So like, okay, so I voiced my opinion about the Joker movie, the first one. It's good, but it's not a Joker movie. Like, to me, it's just not Joker. It's literally just, they could have named it Arthur, given us little sprinkles that it could possibly be the Joker, and I think that movie would have been a million times better.
Honestly, so cool had they called it Arthur, I would have watched that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I would have watched the movie had they called it Arthur.
And if they would have just like given us little hints to make us feel that it could be the Joker, I think that would have fit more into the concept of the way that they made the Three Jokers storyline, where it gives you, because he's an urban legend. He's just this character that we don't know the origin of. There's so many origins to him. We don't know which one is which. So it just makes him this scary, ominous character that we can never figure out. So everyone's already simping on Harley Quinn. So of course they released the information about the Joker film this past week, that it's looking that they are going to be making a part 2, which we already knew. Of course, the director's going to come out, and when he's praised for it, he's going to claim that the Joker inspired him. And then if he's bashed for it, he's going to be like, well, it's not really the Joker, it's up for interpretation, because that's always the excuse. And instead of just giving us a definitive DC universe, they mock the fans by saying, hey, you know what, dude, we're going to make a part 2. And it's a possibility it's going to be a musical. Like, it's going to be a musical. The Joker, the scariest fucking character in comic book history, and we're going to make it a fucking joke. Like, don't get me wrong. The first movie was good. But again, I didn't feel like it did justice to the Joker as a character. I think it was a really good character study. That's what I feel. It was a really, really great character study. But it did nothing for the DCEU.
No.
The DCEU needs help right now. Like, it needs help. It needs help. It needs help. With the Flash movie, I think it's very weird that WB has not come out and said anything. But what I think is super weird too is, like, none of the actors in the film have said anything either. Like, we know that they chose to do Ezra Miller twice, which I'm not really sure why they did that in the trailer. But like Michael Keaton, I want to know what Michael Keaton thinks of all this shit that's going on. Like, his co-actors, like even the new Supergirl, like, or Superman, Superwoman. Like, I want to know what these people, these actors think about what this man is doing. Shit, even fucking the original Justice League, Zack Snyder, someone come out and say something.
Dude, honestly, like, it very well might be a thing where, like, everyone's publicists, or it might be even like a directive from like DC, like, do not comment on this at all. Leave it alone. We'll handle it. Like, it. Do I? So I mean, I very well could be wrong, right? I very well could be wrong, but still, I'm like, this is fucking stupid, dude.
It's so weird. So, of course, today, it's been like day 5. They still have not found Ezra Miller. I think like 2 days ago is when he left the comment on his Facebook that stated, yeah, you won't find me. I'm in another universe. Poking at the fun idea that he is the Flash. At least we know he hasn't lost his sick, insane sense of humor. But yeah, but I think it's very scary to know that he's still with this person. Like, he's still out there. And I think just the dude needs to turn himself in and quit making it a joke, because it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Definitely not a joke.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, enough of Ezra Miller. I kind of hope nothing pops off next week. Like my brain always clicks to this idea that what if this guy is like crazy enough that he might inflict self-harm on himself and the child or the person, which I'm hoping he doesn't because he doesn't want to turn himself in.
Yeah.
Because of the consequence. But I think you and Brian were the ones that were having a pretty interesting conversation in the fact of like, if he does turn himself in or they catch him or they do something, what do you think is going to be his punishment? Being that he's like coming from this privileged nature of Hollywood.
Who the fuck knows, dude?
Do you think they'll actually put him down with something? There's no way, dude. There's no way this guy's going to sneak out of this shit.
No.
Right?
No.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. I don't know. Well, fuck him. I hope he gets caught. Onwards. Okay, so now we're getting into some very interesting stuff. Now we're going to get into some nerd talk.
Some meat and the meat and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes of what we're here. I have to bring this character up because it was mentioned this past week. And I know that there's only going to be Aaron Chicker already knows. There's going to be a small handful of people like
and if you say you do, no, you don't.
Yeah,
no, you don't. Don't lie to me.
I mean,
don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourself.
I mean, Michael Bencourt, maybe he's old school, but straight. Like DC just announced that they are going to be working on a Wonder Man show, a fucking Wonder Man show. Anybody in the comments that are out there, put it out there that you love Wonder Man. Even though you've only read maybe one of his comic books. You called it or what? You grabbed the help part when he comes out in the Avengers video game, when he flies in and drops something like a health thing and runs off. Yeah, they are making a Wonder Man streaming service series. I must say, Trigger, how do you feel about this? You got fucking laughing already. Moon Knight was already enough for me, dude. That's fucking. And then Miss Marvel, and then someone was like,
"Nah, bro, Wolf by Midnight." Like for me, Wolf by Midnight. When I heard that, I was like,
Wolf by Midnight.
I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, who's that again? And I like read his shit, and I was like, oh yeah. He's a Midnight Sun.
The cow dude in Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, I was like,
get the fuck out of here, dude. No one knows who that guy is, man.
Yeah. So when I heard about Wonder Man, I was like, no, they're not. And then I heard that Nathan Fillion is being eyed to play it. I was like, okay.
Okay, so a really cool minor Easter egg here. Nathan Fillion was already supposed to suit up as this character in Guardians 2. Like, he was already supposed to be Wonder Man, or there was this other guy that was like Conan the Barbarian, but he was like Aldrich the Algerian or something like that. It was like a mixture, but it was a character from like Marvel, like way back in the day. But he's supposed to be kind of like coming in as these like weird joke characters. And yeah, they were really eyeing Nathan Fillion. Now, the crazy thing is if you go and watch, you can go right now. Well, no, go right now. What? Go after the show. You better watch the show. Don't even go nowhere. If you go to the behind the scenes for the WandaVision show on Disney Plus, they're doing an interview with the director of the film and the person that makes the costumes. And in the background on the wall, you see a picture of
the Wonder Man.
Yeah, Wonder Man, like all fucking jacked up and shit. Now, of course, from what everybody that's read comic books actually knows, it's the only thing we all know about Wonder Man is that he was banging Wanda and they got his persona for Vision. That's literally where they got his personality and all his traits from. Like, that's what created Vision. Or that's the personality they chose for Vision, because he was just like a robot. Then later on, of course, he was banging Wanda, and they associated the idea in that romance because Vision had feelings for Wanda. And they were like, oh, well, we got all his personality from this dude. That dude probably likes Wanda. And then that's how that all came to fruition. I don't know if Kevin Feige or anybody at Marvel got the memo, Wanda's dead, or we think she's dead. They already did the entire fucking love plot of Wanda and Vision. That, I'm not gonna lie, I'll come straight out and say that's the only thing I know about Wonder Man that was even an arc in his comic book series. What the fuck else does this guy got?
I think his early comic books, and like that's really it. Where like he was like a like an early Avenger.
Yes, he did. Will Porter, dude. Looks,
yeah, Will Poulter. Yeah,
he looks fucking wild as Adam Warlock, dude.
Yeah, dude, that guy got the glow up, my guy.
Yeah, that's it right there, dude. That's what you're hoping for right there in life. So
I have a code yellow. My wife doesn't have toilet paper. 1 second.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, go get it.
Yeah. Talk to yourself.
Yeah, I'll talk to the comment section. So I did some later research when it was coming to the Wonder Man show that they are pushing on today, or that they pushed on today, and it looks like the show is going to be pushing as a satire show. So what that means is they're going to be using the Wonder Man character as this big joke. Well, not as a big joke, but it's going to be like a comedy series. Now, the reason why I think they're going to do that is because Wonder Man in the comic books, he's a powerhouse. The dude is a strong dude. He's fought the Hulk, gotten blows with the Hulk. He's fought in Thor, same thing. Dude's literally made of energy. He's an ionic character. His power comes from ions. That's how he's created. It has potential to be a really good show. It's just such a throwaway character. I feel like this series is going to be more of a filler. And I think that Marvel is reaching for a lot of these filler type characters because they're trying to find content to fill in these phases. Now, I'll be talking to Trigger about this a little bit later. I do not understand why Marvel is doing this. They have a lot more stuff that they could be going with. But with the introduction of America Chavez, we have Miss Marvel that just came out. We're going to be talking about episode 2 in a little bit. And they just started filming Ironheart. These are all characters that they're very not well.
I had my headset on the whole time. I heard what you said.
Oh yeah, you have your headphone on. Yeah, dude, I don't know why right now is a great time for them to bring out a Wonder Man storyline.
Okay, so so like canonically speaking, you know, like we're talking about comic books, you know, speaking, yeah, like he was the basis for Vision when Ultron created him through Wonder Man, like as like a copy to Wonder Man. And that's why he like still retained his feelings for Wanda, right? Because they were smashing back in the day. And yeah, like that would have been cool pre Infinity War.
Well, you know what? It would have been more interesting if they would have been like at the ending of WandaVision, instead of them sending in the robot version of Vision, they could have just sent in Wonder Man. Like he could have been like the government's like, oh, well, we need a Superman. And they're these super characters. It just so happens we know this dude. Let's send him. And it just so happens to be a character that Wanda's like, oh, what beautiful red eyes you have. You
right.
You look like a dude that wears sunglasses and a broom. And you look like you would look really cool with old 80s spandex pants and a really baggy fucking wind jacket. You look pretty solid like that.
And like this like tightest shirt known to
tightest shirt man. Ever underneath. He just looks like every Jean-Claude Van Damme character. That's what it fucking looks like. Oh, look who's look who made it. Wow, we got you back. What's up, my boy?
It's
Brian.
your boy. What's good?
It's your boy. What's going on?
What's up, fellas? You guys looking handsome as always. What's going on?
What's going on, Bill? How's the bartending gig, man?
Hey, man, listen, it was a bunch of, you know what it was? It was one of those gigs where it was a retirement for a teacher, so it was a bunch of teachers and shit. So it was a good time.
Just drinking Jack and Cokes and
dude, it's the funniest thing. Like that's the one thing I do miss about bartending is just like the these groups, especially the teachers, like they're really reserved in school, but once they get a little liquor in them, dude,
Man,
Oh, yeah.
and they'll talk mad
Woo.
shit, bro. Mad
Bro.
shit. Have you, man? I remember serving professors at the Drunken Clam drinking with their students.
Yeah.
That was fucking wild to me, dude.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Loved
Yeah,
it.
Drunken
Yeah.
Clam.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah. So I
teachers
needed.
party way too hard, man. They deal with a lot
Yeah.
of stress.
They definitely do.
They deal with a lot of shit.
I have no shit had a teacher grade finals at my bar while they're drinking.
There you
Brian, I have to ask you now that you're on the air, man. It's good to see you. It's good to have you on.
go. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up?
I must know your opinion on the Ezra Miller shit. Like, we just got off of this conversation, and I was like, man, dude, Brian would love to talk about this because we talk about this motherfucker every week.
It's like, bro, it's like you think he's hit rock bottom, and then he just outdoes himself every fucking. It's like weekly. It's weekly that there's something new. He needs to be off the streets immediately. This guy, this guy is a menace.
He's a menace.
He is
I love
a
that word
menace to
so much.
society. He's a menace to society, 1000%. But listen, I'm pretty sure you guys dissected everything, from top to bottom. But what needs to be done here? Like, he needs to be arrested,
That's
right?
what
He
we
needs
were
to
talking
be.
about. We were like, fuck, dude, what do they do? What do you do to a dude like this? So first off, I was telling Triggs, like, we know this guy's gonna get the Hollywood treatment. So
You
like,
think so?
Yeah, dude.
No,
I mean,
okay.
look-
So let me stop you right there.
yeah.
The only reason why I think he won't is actually two reasons. One, he's already been given the Hollywood treatment. That's one.
Oh yeah, man.
Number two, and I think I said this in the chat, there's like in this country specifically, there's two things you can't fuck with, right? One, animals. Two, kids.
Yeah.
Can't
Don't
fuck
do
with
it.
it. Off
Don't do
limits. Off limits. So he hit one out of two. So I don't know if he escapes this one, bro.
And he's 2-2 because the second allegation is looking to be a little bit more heavier today.
Yeah, so like from all the articles and everything that I've read, it looks like this guy was, and we were just joking before, but it looks like this guy was like creating a cult.
He was some crazy shit, man.
He was creating a cult. Like wow. It's funny. I don't know if Rob's in here, but Rob was like, yo, let's go find him. I'm like, dude, I don't know if you want to find that guy, bro.
Let's go Dog the Bounty Hunter on this shit, dude.
I don't think you want to run into a wild Ezra,
dude. I'll strap onto his forehead,
bro,
and we'll just chase him, dude. We'll just run after his ass all day.
Do you understand? Like when you finally find him, it's like an Ezra in the wild. Like he's unpredictable. You have no idea what he's gonna do to you,
bro. You know what I was thinking? I was like, can you imagine? All of this mess would have started if that dude would have gave him $20 and said he would have followed him. The people that he robbed that night. The people that he fucking tried to rob at 3 a.m.
He fought Ezra Miller for that $20. Nah, bro. Nah, dog. You're gonna have to fight me for this. And he's like, fuck it.
He could have just been like, yo, I got $20. Let me get my GoPro. I'm gonna go with you. It still would have been going on today.
Dude, like what is this guy? What is this guy's deal? I don't understand what the fuck. It's just like it went from like 0 to 100 so quickly that we didn't even really have time to react to it, bro. Like it's just wild.
I'm still fucking baffled by it. Like I'm still completely baffled because this motherfucker's on his Instagram leaving memes, and he's on the run from the cops after grooming a child. Like he's on that's a fucking felony. That's like real shit, dude.
And it's like, cause like with the first kid, you're like, well, what the fuck was he doing? And then with the second one, I'm like, oh, he was serious about starting his own cult. Like he was gonna have a following of people that just did Ezra Miller wild shit and have a cool hangout in a hideout somewhere, dude. Like what the fuck?
Like a treehouse in his backyard and shit. He just seems like one of those dudes, man.
That's crazy.
I God damn it, dude. That's wild as fuck. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. So fuck yeah. That's what we were talking about earlier. Now we are on the conversation that Marvel just released today, and we are making fun of it because what a wild turn of events that Marvel was like, hey man, we're gonna make a show about Wonder Man right now. Are you familiar with Wonder Man?
I know of him. I've done some research since the news broke that there will be a show. Before that, I was not. I do remember seeing him a few times. I know that he was in the Avengers. But other than that, no. Which raises the question: like, are they like going out of their way to just give us shows that no one's asking for?
Yes, I think so. And the reason why is because I just feel like I was telling Trigger earlier. I think they kind of hit their home run with Endgame, and now they're like, "Fuck, what do we do? Like, what arcs do we bring? Like, what do we do next? Like
you and I usually have a cynical perspective on things, so that's why you and I mesh the way we do. But Triggs, I want to ask you what I'm pretty sure you were even over it, but I want to know, what do you think about a Wonder Man show?
A Wonder Man show is not needed. I'm not gonna say that he's a throwaway character. I mean, because unfortunately he is, but like he's not. He's actually very important. But he was important to the early Avengers.
Mhm.
The
West
guys
Coast.
come back like twice.
West Coast Avengers.
In like the past 20 years or something like that.
Yeah.
If that. And on top of that, he fucking dies both times. And it's like always to the same thing. Cancer.
Yeah.
What? The guy's made out of energy, and somehow or another cancer takes him. What?
Yeah, he's always
Yikes.
dying and coming back to life. It's super crazy.
Big yikes.
Yeah, but like it. I was telling Trigger, and I was saying this in the show earlier. The best thing that anybody can remember about Wonder Man,
Mhm.
and I'm not shitting on anybody that's actual fan of this character. This goes to like just regular casual comic book readers, even myself and Triggs. I'll vouch for Triggs on this too. Like we read comics, we know our history,
Mhm.
and Wonder Man's just one of those dudes that you just kind of overlooked because he was just a casual. He was a casual character. His biggest arc was
I was gonna ask
a
that.
love interest to
Okay.
Wanda, and then
I
what they
remember
did
you
was-
saying that.
Yeah, and the thing is when they created Vision, they took his personality and put it into Vision as the way that he would think and his algorithm or whatever.
Mhm.
And that's how Vision apparently fell in love with Wanda because that dude already had interest in Wanda.
Okay.
So that was the whole concept behind that. But you've already kind of given about 80% of what people cared about this character.
Yeah, it was like, to me, his only appeal was that he was the basis behind Vision when Ultron made Vision.
Yeah.
I was like,
So, what do you guys think this means for our Vision in the MCU?
well, from what what is being reported, this is a satirical show.
Yeah,
it's literally
gonna be
all
a comedy.
comedy.
It's gonna be a huge comedy.
Really?
So yeah, because so a lot of people don't know this, but there was apparently going to be a bunch of behind the scenes stuff in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because James Gunn wanted to use Nathan Fillion to be Simon Williams, which is the character of Wonder Man. But they're making Simon Williams because I think in the comic books he's like, I want to say like a physicist or some type of scientist that deals in like energies and quantum physics and all this other stuff. He's like a super hyper intelligent individual. But what they were going to do is they were going to make him like a fake action star, and they were going to put him just in a bunch of films. So like in the Guardians of the Galaxy 2,
Almost think like Johnny Cage.
Okay.
yeah, like a Johnny Cage character, exactly like Johnny Cage. Fuck, dude, I was gonna say Chris Evans and Scott Pilgrim when he's doing the fucking that kind of dude.
Yeah.
If you go to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when you see the universal glob of energy that
Church of
kills
Truth?
almost an entire town that no one ever talks about in the fucking MCU at all. No one even, they just overlook that shit, even though it killed people. No one ever talks about that shit.
Hey man, no one talks about the time that Tony got all his shit stolen by the Vulture. So
by the Vulture and shit.
yeah.
No, there's Robert right there, man. He's in the comments.
Rob, what's good? Just gave you a shout out, bro.
If you
Hope
go back
everything's
to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when the blob stops and people are like checking it with their phones and doing all this shit, in the background at the theater, you can actually see some posters of Nathan Fillion as Wonder Man.
Okay.
So that's a really cool little like kind of like
Easter egg.
satire, like comedy thing that they got. And then not only that, like I was saying earlier, right before you got on, if you go to the WandaVision behind the scenes documentary that they made on Disney Plus, there's a time where the costume designer and the creator of the show are sitting down in the interview, and behind them on the wall you can see images of Wonder Man, like straight up like a fucking splash huge picture of Wonder Man.
Wow.
So
like a concept art
like
type
a
of
concept
thing?
art, like for WandaVision the show. So you knew that there were talks of bringing Wonder Man in the WandaVision show. But
Which would
that's
have been
the thing,
the appropriate time to do it.
It would have made perfect sense because we were just talking about it. Like it would have been cool instead of bringing the white robot version of Vision at the end if Wonder Man would have showed up. And that would have been the dude. That would have been the dude that would have fought fake Vision. And then in that process, while he, like, let's say he beats him up, because he's a strong motherfucker. Like, this guy's gone blow to blow with the Hulk and Thor.
Okay.
Like, he's pretty much a really
he's easily
strong,
on par with both.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking he's dope.
Okay.
So for him to fight a Vision that's made up by Wanda only off of the image of what Wanda thinks Vision is, like, Wonder Man would have tanked his ass. And then Wanda would have been like, who the fuck is this guy? And I think maybe in that process, like, the director could have been like, oh, like, she loses focus and doesn't have the Vision there because it's phasing out. And she's kind of focusing more on this guy. And then that would have shown like a crazy interest. You know what I mean?
That's going to be hard because the whole focus of
was their love interest,
was that love. So yeah, that's going to be hard.
No, but honestly, man, like, it still could have worked, because think about it. Like, let's say he doesn't phase, right? Is that like that he, like, she's losing concentration on him and he doesn't. But instead, because this is still very comic book accurate, the fucking Vision hates Wonder Man. When he does come back, fucking hates him.
He's trying to steal his girl.
Why not make him like the sexy neighbor that, you know, moves in and like, yo, what's good, Wanda? You know, I see a man's working all the time.
Vince Weaver
leaving you to take care of the
hard
kids.
Questions. I love it, dude. What Wonder Man outfit was your favorite in the comics?
The spandex, bro.
Yeah, straight up. He has one of the coolest costumes, which is straight black with a big ass W on his chest. That one's legit.
All right. So I'm sorry to cut you guys off. But Rob just did post something in the chat. I don't know if you guys see that.
He's got big news.
Breaking news. It says this is from comicbook.com. Ezra Miller reportedly not part of the WB's future in any DC movies and after the 2023 movie. So that movie's still coming out.
Yeah,
DC's like, look, I mean, after 2023, we hope you forget about this shit, but we're not going to use him. We won't use him.
All right. So I'm sorry. I know we've already done the topic, but that's fucking mind blowing to me. Yeah, there is no way this movie can come out. There's no way.
Dude, I was just telling Triggs, they just released the comic book for the prequel of the story.
Yeah,
and it's Ezra Miller's face on the comic book.
They've already invested too much. They're going to have to just eat it and just release it. Try and make something.
No, you know what I said, and I don't, this is the only play here. I'm a person that believes that there's always other options than just one, but here I got to go against my faith on that one. There's one play here. You scrap that fucking movie and you sue Ezra Miller. That's the only way you're going to get some money back. That is it.
They are going to get a fucking pixie stick and a fucking bubble gum from him.
That's a lot better than what they're going to get for this fucking movie. Who's seen that movie?
Dude, honestly, and I said it to Chris, you know, I end on the show. People are going to see it for the dumpster fire.
Oof.
Dude, you're just gonna watch it just to see the fucking mess this is, dude.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, like, dude, I mean, do you like seeing monster trucks? Hell yeah, you do, because you want to see a fucking axle break, dog.
Yo, what if you watch this movie and it's fucking fire, bro?
Then you know what, dude?
It's the saving grace.
I'm gonna be like, man, that post-credit scene better.
What if it's the saving grace, dude? Can you imagine this whole fucking movie makes sense of like the Snyderverse and everything?
I would fucking blow, dude. That would blow my mind, dude. Henny in my cup and everything. I just start weeping in the theater, dude. I just start weeping, dude. I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, dude, what if this blows Henry Cavill's Superman out of the water? Dude?
That's crazy. Maybe, you know what? Maybe that's the reason why they're so fucking headstrong on this movie coming out, because maybe it is pretty fucking good. I would think that if the movie was shit, and with all of this, they won't put out the movie, but they are not. They're putting this movie out no matter what this guy does.
But this is okay. But the Flash movie has been one of the most anticipated DC movies like ever.
It was. I was looking forward to it.
And it wasn't even the fact that it was just Ezra Miller doing a good job as the Flash in the Justice League movie. It was the fact that we have the show with Grant Gustin, and it's such a great show. I mean, yeah, the future series are kind of bad, but
I was gonna let him ride. I was gonna let him ride Trinks. I wasn't gonna say all that, but yeah.
I was like, come on.
Pushing it.
The first 3 seasons of The Flash are really great.
Yeah.
And then not only that, DC pulls off this phenomenal thing by getting Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin in the same spot and
Fan, yeah,
filming that
dude,
season. That was one of the
fan-fucking-tastic.
greatest crossovers in comic book history, dude. But now, I mean, fuck, it's probably one of the scariest. But like, this has been one of the most anticipated movies because the Flash is one of the most beloved characters in the DC universe. So look at how it went in the Snyderverse just to see him run into the Speed Force.
Yeah, no, that was
Like,
dope.
look at how that like broke the internet. It broke the Oscars.
Honestly,
it got an award. Like,
honestly, for that scene specifically, I think it kind of boosted
everything.
that movie for me. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's one of the most that character is one of the most anticipated character in comic books. Like, everybody wants to see the Flash, and you know what? Ezra Miller as an actor brought it. Like, he literally brought it.
He's a
Dude,
good
and
fucking
not
actor.
bad.
Yeah,
And
but
he's
a
not
good
bad.
actor.
Fantastic
Kelly
Beast
this
either.
shit.
No,
Yeah,
he's
we
not
know
bad.
he can sing, but he peed on a kid. Like, he's just R. Kellying this shit. Like, it's just, I'm gonna reference that for the rest of my life, Brand. I love the Boondocks so much. Trigger, you heard what I said, right? You have to have heard what I said. The R.
No,
Kelly
you heard
moment.
it.
That's
You
R.
heard it.
Kelly moment, man.
I'm just the only motherfucker that would laugh at some shit like that.
Like, it's crazy because he has a talent. He's a great actor. He brought this character to life.
Could have been something
But
special, dog.
God, he could have. But God, man, he sucks as a human being. He just sucks as just a basic human fucking being.
I've just never seen someone turn this quickly outside of the WWE, bro. Like, how was he hiding this crazy from the world for so long? I'm confused.
Oh shit! As a matter of fact, you fucking mentioned this. There's some crazy shit coming out of the WWE also, isn't there?
Yeah, dude. You
Okay,
got
so
time?
wait. I have to ask. Did you see that fucking video of that Jeff Hardy dude?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
What
Gangster.
the fuck is going on with these guys?
Yeah, that's his and you know what's unfortunate about that? AEW just had a pay-per-view, or was it a pay-per-view or was it a Dynamite just the other day? And I'm pretty sure the Hardys were supposed to win the tag team titles, but they couldn't, obviously. But just quickly, just to touch on what you're talking about, yes, the former CEO of WWE, Vince McMahon, got caught. He had a what do you call it?
Strippers?
Agreement. What's the other word for agreement?
A pact?
No. Anyway, he had an agreement with the young lady that he was having an affair with. A payout,
Understanding.
an understanding of $3.5 million, and secretly it was under investigation from the board members, but then it got leaked out. And now everyone knows, and the Wall Street Journal put out an article stating all the facts. And as of today, this morning, Mr. Vince McMahon has stepped down as the CEO of the WWE, and Stephanie McMahon is promoted, which is even more weird because she just quit last month. So yeah.
So right now, Vince McMahon is the official titled person in the world. Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was having an affair. That's what this was all about. Was it an underage kid or something?
No, it
Or
was
just a straight affair.
no, it was someone internally. It was a paralegal.
The Monica
for-
Lewinsky sort of thing.
Pretty much. Exactly. That's exactly what happened. She was a paralegal for the company. He started fucking around with her. Apparently, I know you guys don't know who John Laurinaitis is. Apparently, he passed her off to her. You know, if the homies can't get some. And so now John Laurinaitis and Miss McMahon are no longer with the company. And yes, Rob is pointing out that today on SmackDown, Vince McMahon came out, which had a lot of people anticipating what he was going to say. And from what I read, because I wasn't able to see it, he basically came out, gave a little bit of a speech about the then, now, and forever thing, and then just dropped the mic and walked off, which had
I thought you were going to say, like, in the middle of it, like the John Cena, blah, 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 blah. It just comes out of the middle of the speech, dude.
Yeah, he gave some really awkward speech and then did a literal mic drop and then just walked out and had a lot of people.
What did he say in the speech? What was he going to say that was going to be fucking?
Well, there is a tagline for WWE. It's called "Then, Now, and Forever." So when you watch any broadcast of the WWE, that title comes up as the last thing you see before the show starts. And That's what he talked about. He talked about the then, now, and forever. Just saying that's part of the company. That's who we are. Da 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 da. Didn't even touch what he was what happened, and then just literally did a mic drop and walked out.
So he just wasted everybody's time.
Pretty much.
What a fucking piece of shit. I mean, but
what did you expect him to say? I was telling, I'm in a group chat with my friends, and I was like, well, what do you expect him to say? I did this shit. Get over it. Like, what do you say?
Yeah, like, in my mind, I'm kind of like, wait, dudes,
I'm Vince McMahon, motherfucker.
Like, almost
that would have, honestly, I would have expected anything, probably that. I'm Vince McMahon. Like, shit happens. Get over it.
Yeah, I would have figured he would have came out and said something like, hey, you know what? Like, I apologize to my wife and kids, but I don't need to apologize to any of you motherfuckers, man.
A non-disclosure.
That's my own personal life.
That's what I was looking for. An NDA. That he had an NDA with this lady that they both signed, so it was mutual.
And then it got leaked out.
And it got leaked out.
How did it get leaked out?
Hey,
did she do it or what?
Nobody knows.
What
Nobody knows.
See, that's the thing.
Is there going to be an investigation?
So like, you know, legally speaking, she can't be the one to speak about it, right? Neither him nor her can speak about said affair.
But somebody you really don't want to fuck with is Vince McMahon. You don't really want to fuck with that guy. That guy is connected. Man. He's connected. So unless you had someone 10 people away from you do it, it's not even worth it. He will make sure you never make another penny a day in your life. So I don't think it was her. She got paid out $3.5 million. I would be happy. I'm not saying shit. So this was somebody else that probably has a gripe with WWE.
Damn, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. All right, back to the show.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's fucking good. I wanted to know because his fucking shit came up on my fucking newsfeed for no reason.
It was like, everywhere, dude. It was everywhere. See, that's why this is such big news. It wasn't just WWE news. Like when you start.
So Vince, like I have to ask, man. I have to ask you guys in the comments then, like. He says this looks bad for WWE and AEW is winning WWE more and more. And I'm like, but why does it look bad? Like dudes cheat on their wives. Like that shit's common in the world. Is it just, is it more because he's rich and famous? Is that why it's
honestly, if I'm being candid, if I'm being honest with you, I don't think this is a big deal. Just like you said,
not like this.
This shit happens all the time. It's just, you know what it is? It's the fact that there is this brewing feeling that it's time for him to hang it up. I've been saying it personally for years.
He's already out. He's out.
He needs to hang it up and let somebody else take the reins. So whenever something like this comes up, people are going to jump on it, and so that's what happened.
But it's so weird. Like, okay, Brian, you as a fan, Vince, I'm guessing you might be a fan also of the WWE. Robert, you as a fan, I have to ask you guys. Watching this and watching Vince McMahon do this, and you guys knowing his history in the show and his character and his development and how does this make the WWE as a franchise look bad?
Absolutely. It's definitely a black eye on the WWE. And mind you, I think I brought it on this show before. Every move that they've been making for like the better part of the last 2 years looks like they're getting ready to sell. So the last thing you want is your publicly traded company look bad for an acquisition. You have board members to talk to. Board members are depending. If that's the move that you want to sell this company, you can't. This cannot happen. Like you can't. Like this looks bad. So yeah, it looks bad.
Okay, I have to ask because like I don't know, man. Like I used to watch WWE back in the day, and I'm just like, oh fuck, dude. What do you think rich people do, man? They all do this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't no surprise. Did you not think he was banging his secretary?
There were rumors for years that there was a masseuse one time, and there were others that, you know.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there was even fucking characters like Lita and that other blonde haired chick, like the Stratus or whatever. There's chicks all over the place in this thing that you would assume, dude. You would assume that there was always some weird shit behind the scenes.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. And again, I don't even know what Stephanie McMahon is thinking right now because she was done. I don't know if this had anything to do with it because they're saying that the entire family, they knew about this since April that this was coming out. So
why? I guess.
So everybody had time to make their make their affairs in order or whatever. And but yeah.
And how's the family handling it? I guess. I mean,
I don't know. I know that there is some speculation that Kevin Dunn, who is an executive at the WWE, sold a shitload of stock before this came out. So there's some insider trading type of thing going on. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's really a mess, bro.
So I must ask, Brian, my boy, you are the guy that is the money dude. You're the guy that knows like the cryptocurrency talk, stock a little bit, and all that stuff. Who do you think that is in line to want to buy the WWE?
Disney. I think Disney. Well, before this, all rumors and everything's pointing to Disney.
Okay.
To buying to buying this, because right now, the WWE has a TV contract with Fox. Fox has very close ties with Disney.
Yeah.
Because of the acquisition. So Disney does not own the Fox channel, but they still have ties there. So everything was pointing to Disney. So, but that was before this came out. So we don't know.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, cool. I didn't know what was going on with the WWE. I knew that there was some crazy. I saw the Jeff Hardy video. I saw him try to pass this sobriety test, and he was not study, dude.
Yeah,
that motherfucker did not study.
Yeah.
That dude was driving to what? North Dakota.
I don't know, but he should have. I don't understand it. He's making really good money. Like he's making millions of dollars, dude. Just call an Uber. That was his third DUI in the last 10 months.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, and there's a whole tricks. They released the whole ass fucking DUI fucking sobriety.
Oh, dude, I saw it.
Dude, that is nuts. That's embarrassing for that dude. I feel that's more embarrassing for himself more than the whole Vince McMahon debacle that's going on.
Yeah, I don't think he really gives a fuck anymore, dude. That clearly, if you're getting 3 DUIs in 10 months, you clearly are in a space where you're not mentally healthy. Like,
well, I just saw something too where it was Booker T came out and said, if you were to see the way that he performed at the last,
he was a shell of himself. He was a zombie.
Was just throwing himself everywhere. Like
he was done. He looked really bad. Really bad.
So do you think it's more like a self-harm thing? Like this guy's just like in a depressive state?
I don't know. Rob was at the WWE, the last event where he just walked out. And it came out a few days later that the WWE reached out to him and said, listen, we'll get you help because they've been dealing with Jeff Hardy for years. They know what it looks like when this guy clearly is in one of those, moments. And he declined, went to AEW, and now, WWE washed their hands of him. Now it's on Tony Khan's.
Yeah, and from what I saw, they released him and said they won't bring him back until he gets help.
Yeah, they put out a statement saying that they're offering help to the guy, but I think he needs to go to jail. That's the only way he'll be able to fully understand. He needs to go to jail. Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking, I guess those guys need to teach WB how to handle shit. They released that motherfucker real quick.
It's a lot of crazy shit going on, man.
Well, going back all the way back, fucking throwing a curveball all the way back to the Wonder Man show. So from what I've heard, doing a little bit of deep dive into it, it's going to be a satire show, and they're going to be using the character Simon Wilson as kind of like this portrayal of what Hollywood is like in the MCU, like being able to use superpowered people as actors. That's kind of like what it's going to follow. It's going to follow him as an actor. So I don't feel like that sounds too bad. I think it sounds like a good comedy.
Triggs, are you anticipating this at all?
What?
The Wonder Man show?
No.
Well, dude, hey, come on, Triggs. It's Nathan Fillion. Hopefully Nathan Fillion.
Honestly, Nathan Fillion is going to be the only reason that I watch this. Like, the only reason.
That would literally be the only reason why I would care about it. If Nathan Fillion was playing this character, and it's supposed to be a comedy based on a dude who has superpowers that's an actor. So he's doing like all his own stunts, and they're trying
Remember
to
that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie where he's a spy, but his name is Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he's playing himself as an actor?
There was an action movie. There's 2 movies. There was a movie called Jean-Claude Van Damme and another one called JCVD. Yo, if you ever have a chance, I recommend JCVD. That fucking movie is sad as fuck, dude. It's literally a movie about him being like a failed action star doing B movies, and then
After Street Fighter, I vowed to never watch another Jean-Claude Van Damme movie again in my life. Are you fucking kidding me?
My fucking favorite line, dude. Zangief's line in that whole movie.
After that movie, I took a vow to never watch another minute. And I actually kind of like Time Cop, but I will never watch another fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Time Cop was good though, dude.
Time
Cop was fucking great.
I will
never. There was also like Double Team with him and fucking what's his face? The fucking
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, dude, that was a good movie. That was a good movie.
Fuck that movie.
You're like, fuck that guy, dude. Can't fit.
You know what? Fuck you for liking it too.
Straight. There's a movie called JCVD, and it's about him being a failed action star. His wife divorced him. His kids hate him. And then he goes to the bank because he's going to get a loan out. I think a loan. And then it gets fucking held up. And he's just there like, and everyone's kind of like looking at him like, they're like, bro, you're Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, stop these dudes. And he's there. He's like, I'm a normal guy. Like, I'm just an actor. I don't really do this shit. And then there's like this fucking horrible monologue that he like does about his life. It's so sad.
You're not selling me at all to see this movie.
It's so good,
dude.
It's so good. It's everything you would hope an action star would never have to go through, because it's not a bad movie. It's just literally a movie making fun of his life.
Yeah, no.
And he was such, and that was right before he made the jump into doing like comedy movies. I don't know if you remember that there was a moment where he started doing like funnier movies. He did that one where like he's surviving and shit in the woods. He's like a camping dude.
I told you after Street Fighter, he ruined
was good.
That movie. He ruined that movie for me.
But he was like the coolest Scandinavian American though. Remember, he had the flag on his bicep, and he's like, "Listen, Bison, I come from America." And it's like the most horrible.
I don't even remember what age I was, but I remember, and this is the reason why I know I nitpick at shit. But I was in the movies as a kid, wondering how Guile has this accent. He's supposed to be American.
Yo,
and we just accepted it.
Ryu and Ken, the most respectable character, were like thieves and shit. That didn't catch you?
I thought, you know what? Going into the movie, I thought that he was gonna try an American accent, but no, he was.
That was him trying though.
That was
him fucking trying an American accent. Yo, could you imagine if he would have came out in that Chun-Li movie? I would have loved it, dude. I would have loved it, dude. That Chun-Li movie was so fucking bad. Did you ever see the Street Fighter Chun-Li movie?
I did.
If you hate people, that's the movie you recommend. Like, that's the movie you recommend to someone that's got like a lot of time to just spend on nothing, dude. That's literally the equivalent to the Dragon Ball movie. Evolution.
That's the movie that I recommend to people if I don't
which
like
one?
You.
Dragon Ball Evolution, your favorite?
Oh, fuck you, bro. Like I hate it. I hate the fact that you bring it up every chance you get just to fuck with me, bro.
Dude, we need to do a watch party with Dragon Ball Evolution. A watch party Dragon Ball Evolution. And then we do Chun-Li.
Kidding me? No way. Absolutely not.
My favorite part of that movie is when she started Asian and then turned into the chick from Smallville.
No,
she started off as like a straight Asian kid. Like, that chick was super Chinese, and then all of a
sudden
turned into like this colored-eyed chick.
As a Dragon Ball Z fan or Dragon Ball fan, I refuse to watch that. And speaking of watch along, Rob says, "I say we do a Steven Seagal marathon. Guarantee you fucking laugh." You know what? You know what it is about Steven Seagal? He is the most monotoned action hero I've ever met.
He just walks straight. Life. He doesn't run. He just walks everywhere. He's like,
he's actually only been, I think, hit like in only one of his movies where he's actually bled.
Hit? Really?
Yeah. Like, because like if you think about it, he's always like whack. Yeah. He does this like Aikido and then fucking snaps a dude's neck and an arm and then fight's done, right? Yeah. But there's only one movie that I can, and it's an early movie of his where he actually like gets into it and bleeds.
Now that you mention it,
think about it.
I've never seen him get fucked up. I remember him getting shot in Under Siege.
There's he does die in one of those movies, in like Under Siege 2 or something like that. Like he's in the middle of the plane and like Air Force One, and it disconnects and he dies. That's like his part.
Air Force One, dude. He died in that movie.
And now that you mention it, now that you mention it, I think that this guy, Steven Seagal, Tommy Lee Jones shoots him in Under Siege, and he just eats this shit. He just eats it,
Oh, yeah,
and
he
then
doesn't
just
even phase him.
and then just proceeds to fucking beat the shit out of Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah,
I
straight.
don't remember him getting shot in that movie.
I think
Although
I think
I could be wrong.
I think he
That's
was
'cause
like,
his acting is so well. He acts
no,
like he doesn't
I
get shot.
remember that Tommy Lee Jones had got the drop on him or some shit like that.
Executive decision.
I know that he was going to,
Yeah.
and then he like Aikidos it and puts his hand into a fucking
Aikidos
screen and dies.
I'm almost sure. Now
Okay,
Chuck Norris,
Isn't he
Norris
like a
watched
fifth
it.
dan in Aikido or some
Delta
shit like
Force,
that?
dude. Delta Force would be wild, man. Yeah, dude. We need to do a watch party. I guarantee it'd be fucking nuts. We just need to like, you know what we'll do? We got to put that up in the Instagram. Do a poll and just put up 3 movies. See what everybody chooses as a movie for us to do a watch party with.
Really?
That would be wild as fuck. What would you guys recommend? Okay, so right now, Triggs, Brian, and myself will all pick one movie right now that we would want to see. And why is it Chung Li? All right. We'll find
As Liu Kang as what's his face?
which one? Dude?
The guy who plays Liu Kang.
Oh,
He's
which
the-
one?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy who's teaching Chun-Li or
Yeah.
Chun-Li.
Oh yeah, dude. He teaches them how to use or how to heal people with the power of kung fu.
Yeah, like he teaches her like some weird shoryuken, and she doesn't use it ever.
But she never uses it, yeah. She heals him. She gets shot, dude, and he fucking cures her with the power of kung fu.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so what movies would you guys recommend? One movie. What movie would you guys recommend?
Ooh, you know what I did a watch along with my buddies during the COVID. What was it? It was Rocky 3, dude. I don't know if you guys like Rocky movies.
Was that the street fighting one?
love Rocky.
I'm sorry, Rocky 4. Rocky 4 as a watch along, phenomenal. It's great, though. It's great. But you have to have a bunch of people that like Rocky, and that's kind of hard. So
Okay, but what's gonna be your movie? Rocky 3?
Rocky 4. I would say
Okay,
obviously
Rocky
Rocky
4 is yours.
Yeah.
Okay, Triggs.
Action movie, right?
Any movie, any kind of movie you want. Any movie
Last
you want
Action
that we would
Hero.
do. Oh, dude.
You know
fuck,
what, dude?
that's a good night.
Here, the one Jet Li.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I should have went with a karate movie, dude.
Dude, that movie is fucking A1. It is bad writing through and through, but it is a great fucking concept. I love it.
I'd have to choose Kung Pao.
Get the fuck out. You might as well
You know
just say
what?
Kung
You
Fu
know what?
Hustle, you motherfucker.
Instantly, I would instantly fucking.
That would be a
watch
good.
Kung Pao
That would be a
with
good.
you
That'd be a good watch along.
guys. Fucking Kung Pao would be great. I'd be doing the wee sign all day, dude. I'd be
I'm
doing
sorry.
that shit.
Yo, Vince Thor, The Dark World, be another movie. I would just bow out for it, dude. You
You
could
would
not.
be like, nah, that's gonna be one.
Dude,
of the
you know what?
Amy,
The
Amy.
Forbidden Kingdom really isn't that bad. I mean, I actually somewhat enjoy that movie sometimes, but
It's
only
not
when
good,
I'm
but it's not
really
bad.
drunk.
It's not
Yeah,
good.
it's
but
not great,
bad.
but it's not bad. Dude,
Yeah.
Jet Li and Jackie Chan in the same fucking movie? Come on.
It was an interesting, and then just some random white kid, just
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
like-
Just they could have literally just made like a buddy cop movie with Jet Li and Jackie Chan, but they were
And
like, no,
thrown
let's put a
Andrew
white kid
Garfield in it.
Yeah, they were like,
Or
let's
Tom
put,
Holland.
yeah,
And
let's
it
put
would have
Tom
been
Holland in it for no reason. I was like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, that'd be cool. I would be Kung Pao. That would be my fucking. But Forbidden Kingdom's pretty good. Okay, so enough of the Wonder Man talk. Yeah, Simon Wilson or whatever. It's enough of that jazz. On to the next conversation. So by chance, my boys here in the stream and to our people out in the comment sections, have you guys caught up on the boys yet?
dude,
Oh, shit.
people are gonna be so mad, dude. I
How
still
are you
haven't watched
not
I still
watching
haven't
The
watched
Boys,
season
Trigger?
3. I don't know, man. I'm
Brian,
sorry.
how are you not watching the boys?
You know what? I was banking that at least Trigg saw it.
So I know what's happening. My fucking Facebook.
Oh, yeah, I
Sorry, my
guarantee-
YouTube is filled with spoilers.
Yeah.
Filled. So I know all the highlights. On top of that, I've already read the comic. So I know
Wait,
what's
you know
happening.
what? This is very interesting. To everyone that's in the comments, are you guys caught up with the boys?
I am.
The
I
boys?
want to know.
Just me.
With
I think it's just
The
me.
boys.
Yeah, I think it's just me. No, Rob's probably watching it. Yeah, you see, I was gonna say Rob's probably watching it. He
I
loves
want to
that
know.
shit.
I want to know who's in the majority. Me and Triggs or you, Chris? All right. So
Oh, there you go.
Alex says-
Alex,
Honestly, I
watching
think,
the
I
boys
think it's
too.
gonna be Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Rob's seen it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm straight, man.
All right.
I'm caught up. I literally watch it like when I got time at work, when I got downtime. I catch up on my lunch break every fucking lunch break.
Chicks, we got to make a pact, bro. We got to make
up?
a pact. By next week, we got to be caught up.
Bro, I'll watch it this weekend, cuh.
All right, cool.
Stranger Things episode 2 is going so good. Stranger Things.
Did we talk about Stranger? We did talk about Stranger Things.
The entire last season 4 is going phenomenal. It's literally, I think we are 17 days away from the premiere of the last season for Stranger Things.
Yo, Stranger Things is putting a vice grip on all these other shows out here, bro.
Oh, definitely.
Like it's hard to watch that show and then watch something that's
something
like
else.
Obi-Wan or something like that.
Obi-Wan, dude. Oh, we're gonna talk about this today. I'm so excited.
And I just
okay, so The Boys
it.
is going the Boys is going phenomenally well.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's
going
a fucking
really
home
good.
run.
The recent episode has given us a lot more of Jensen Ackles' character, the guy from Supernatural who's playing Soldier Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Who, I mean, if you're familiar with the comic book, Soldier Boy is kind of more Captain America-esque than he is in this show. They've taken a lot of liberties to kind of like do some modifications to the storyline. And I feel like it's better because the fucking comic book is nuts, dude. Because right now they're around the part when they're talking about like the G-Man, G-Styles, and all the G characters, which is like their version of the X-Men. And I don't want to see that. Like, there's a lot of grotesque stuff about the comic book that I'm not really hyped about.
Yeah, dude. Supposedly the next episode.
Themselves.
Yeah, so from what I'm hearing, the next episode is going to be Hero-gasm.
Is that already coming out?
Yeah, dude. I heard that it's going to be the next episode. And that episode, guys, just look up Hero-gasm on YouTube. That's it. Just look it up. Familiarize yourself with it to be completely prepared about what's going to happen next week.
Yeah. Sounds fucking amazing.
Dude, it's not that it's gory. It is just very graphic.
Yeah, it's super graphic. I mean, you can imagine that in episode 1 or episode 2 of this season, they literally gave reference to Marvel's meme about Ant-Man running up Thanos' butt and just imploding inside of him. I don't know if you remember that, when people are like, why doesn't Ant-Man just jump up Thanos' butthole and blow him up when he blows up bigger or whatever? But they did it on the opposite side, the opposite hole, which is the dude's pee hole. And it's fucking brutal, dude. Like, it's just, that's the fucking craziest shit. The Frenchie and the girl,
Kimiko,
Kimiko. Their storyline is
beautiful,
dude. It's really fucking amazing the way they kind of implemented all the stuff in the story, like from the comic book to film.
I think their relationship is probably the only actual comic book accurate thing that's going on.
It's pretty close. Far. Yeah, it's pretty close. But like they've given more character development for Kimiko's character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've brought her out more to where you kind of get this personality of her, and they gave her, like, she's not just so cut and dry. Especially in this season, she's a little bit more lively, I guess you could say. So it's really good. It's really, really good. I recommend it. The show's been going pretty well. Better writing than Obiwan, I'll tell you that much.
That's 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's 2 for 2 for me today. But I'm gonna be taking pop shots at Obi-Wan all day, every day. But yeah, I know you guys haven't seen The Boys. I don't want to spoil too much about it. Anybody that's in the comments, The Boys is going super well. If you've seen it, let us know what you guys think so far. Don't do any spoilers or anything like that. Just be cool. Drop us a hint on what you guys think and give us a rating on it. I think the show's like a fucking high 8 out of 10.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Coming from you, bro.
Sheesh. And it's crazy because, I mean, you know me, dude. I'm not really much about like the whole like really grotesque, really perverted, really perverse like superhero stories. I think it's kind of like overdone. But that's the thing, is like that this is actually like comic book accurate to the way it is in the comics. The comics is fucking way more grotesque than the show is. So that's why I think the show is probably doing a lot better than what the comic book's like. The comic book is so fucking gross, dude. It's just so fucking horrible. But horrible in the idea of how far they go. Not horrible in the sense of how they use like the characters and stuff like that. The story's good, but the fucking goddamn. The show's going great though. Onwards to the next one. To our girl, the Jersey girl herself. We got episode 2 of Miss Marvel, Disney's Plus streaming show. Guys, have you been able to catch up? What did you think? What was your reaction for episode 2 of Miss Marvel?
Yeah, I caught up. But Trix, go ahead. I'll let you go because I'm looking something up right now. Go ahead.
It's something, dude.
Tell me, break it down.
So I mean, it's not bad. You know, I'm not having fun with the show, but I can definitely tell, at least like from me or like from my perspective, this is definitely geared to like a 16-year-old.
Okay, I see that.
I feel that this is the writing a 16-year-old fucking teenager is gonna really gravitate to. Because what like there are certain things that I like about the show that are very innovative with the way that they're done cinematically. Like you never really see a text message in its text message form. You see it through like neon lights and you know the way that they
really
like
cool.
pan through the city and stuff like that. It's so cool. I really
cool
really
effect.
like that like engagement. It's very very hip, you know. You know, I don't at all mean to like show my age or anything like that, but at the same time, like, dude, yeah, this is like, you know, like a little rom-com, you know, this is exciting. Like, if I were to see America Chavez in the fucking TV show, this is what I would have seen.
This is what I was hearing.
Yeah, I will agree. I'm enjoying it. Again, I think you and I touched on it a little bit last week, Chris, that although it may not be, I'm not the demographic for this show, I can still appreciate it. You know what I appreciate the most about this show, in addition to the praise that I gave last week, all these characters are written well. Like I can appreciate that, no matter what I think about the show, which again I do like. These characters are written well. Maybe the only thing, if I were to nitpick, I mean the whole learning learning the powers type of montage kind of went on a little bit too long. But other than that, I think they're fleshing out these characters really well. From the brother to the anyone in the family, they're fleshing them out really good. They're also capturing her religion really really well. Her friend, that what she's going through. They even touched on the aspect where Kamala goes, you really don't, you never have anything to worry about. You're so beautiful. And she's like, bro, like I probably go through more shit than you because of that. Like it's things like that they touch on that an actual 16, 17-year-old girl goes through is phenomenal. So the writing is great.
Yeah, I agree. I think the show's a delight. I don't think it's like a 10 out of 10. But I do think it's so this is something that Marvel has kind of like perfected, which is great origin stories. This is a really great origin story. I could see this TV show working in like phase 2. Like it's pretty much what I believe Captain Marvel, the movie, should have been.
Yeah.
Like it has that vibe where like all the characters are just it's a delight. Like it's not overwhelming, it's not underwhelming.
It's a free throw. We have no worries. We don't have to worry about anything. It's not geared towards us, so we can just sit back and watch it and actually enjoy it. Yeah, and just chill the fuck out. Yeah.
For me, I'm still not sold on the necessity of making this person a superhero, because there's nothing that really grabs me that she's willing to be the person that steps on the wire, like Captain America says.
Yeah.
Because like now that she's established that she can make her arms bigger and that she has these weird powers, like now she's popular. Like now she has the confidence to understand that people never really had a problem with her, because like I said in the first episode, none of the people were really mistreating her. Like she just kind of let people walk all over her, and people just kind of like knew that about her. But everyone was respectful of her.
Yeah.
Now that she's got powers, now she's kind of like, I don't know, like I don't feel like that's a deserving person of necessarily needing to be a superhero, because superheroes in the superhero story always start because of some tragedy or something, right? Like a tragedy fulfills them, and then they understand they have to step into that role. Here, we just have this girl that's like just a fangirl, and she
Yeah, I
finds the
think
thing.
it's
And just,
I think it's a little bit more than that. I'm sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
but I honestly think it's a little bit more than that. I think it's yes, we see in the first episode she's like just a fly on the wall. No one pays her any attention.
A
But once
blip,
she
as they
gets
say.
exactly, so when she gets these powers, you saw it when she came back to school. She was confident as fuck. She was just sitting there smiling and you know what I'm saying, it's like she was super fucking confident. And again, that's to me that's great writing. Like it's not a to me anyway. It's not a guess to where we're going with this. Like I get it. It's a coming of age. It's a coming of age of again, every teenage girl goes through this for for the most part. And now we have one that is basically is like a powerful superhero, and now it's like the amount of confidence it instills in her, it's again, it's just a great coming of age show. My only question is, where do you see her like with her power set? Do you think she would look good standing to Captain Marvel or Monica Rambeau when being how
No, not at all.
powerful they've
I
been?
mean, not at all right now, but it's still very
Look,
unexplained
dude,
on
even
how
in the
this is
comic
all
books, she's
working.
still not a powerhouse. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
she's not. Like
I'm confused where that goes.
That she was never geared to be like a heavy hitter, like multiversal Avenger. Somebody who they're like, who Captain America's like,
Holy shit.
get Kamala Khan on the fucking
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
That's
She's
not
I think
happening.
I think the hype train kind of made it to the normal casual person that she was like, oh, dude, Miss Marvel is coming, dude. She's coming, but she's really not like that in the comics. Like she's like, not even kidding. Like I think in the cartoon, she's always fighting like a giant ferret or some weird giant frog. Like she's always just like a street level character, which is like the Saturday morning cartoons of Spider-Man, where he's just fighting some random dude. Like that's the way she kind of always is. But of course, with the way Marvel's pushed her in the last 4 years to the TV show, they kind of made it seem like she was going to be like Carol Danvers' replacement. Like, there's literally no way this chick replaces Carol Danvers. Like, no way. Not even in the goddamn cartoons or in the comics.
Yeah.
Like, but then again, the director of the show said they came out and they said that there is a certain aspect of the show and how they stayed promising to the comics, which apparently the way that this field of energy like encases her body, like apparently that's supposed to be a almost like a cocoon of the Terrigen Mist. That's just the beginning set of what her powers look like. Later on, they're going to look more ideal to what apparently the comic book looks like. This is from what I've heard, which I really doubt, because the power set does look a lot cooler on the show compared to the comic books, where she just kind of grows bigger whenever she wants.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I still don't feel it yet. And even I was even mentioning this off camera the other day. I'm really becoming a big fan of this actress because she is like a champion for the canon and the lore and the nerds and everything that Marvel is. And she's been kind of like dragging Kevin Feige in the dirt, where he's kind of making these like weird mistakes, not respecting the canon. And I dig that. She even said, like, I can't believe in Doctor Strange 2, you guys did Black Bolt that way. Like, Black Bolt's my dude. Like, I can see her respecting Black Bolt more now that she's playing Kamala Khan, and she knows
that would be the only reason that she did. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
like,
she
I mean, I
understands
don't
the
know.
relation
Like,
of
I'm
the
not going to
character.
say that I know her comic book history or anything like that. I don't know if this kid has been reading fucking comic books for the past 10 years or some shit like that.
She's
I
a
have no idea.
fan.
Is she a loyal fan? Sure. But I'm sorry, Kevin Feige's already stated that, like, no, these are two separate entities, and the whole like weird Easter eggs of 616 and shit like that.
Don't get him started. Don't get him
Yeah,
started.
it's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, it is what it is, dude. Fucking, he's making $1 billion. Are you?
Yeah, I'm not, but this little chick's like fucking third day on the job, and she's like, that boss is stupid as fuck.
She's calling him up like, yo,
She's
what the
calling him
fuck
out.
is this
She's
shit?
texting him and she's like, dude, this isn't the 616. Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Because I make $1 billion. You make 100. Shut up.
I
He's
mean,
like, I
no,
just
you're
hired
right.
your ass.
No, you're right. He should say that, but that takes some balls in this kid, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. I mean, good honor for it, right? You know, like you always want to stay, continuity correct and stuff like that, but like not all continuity fits on the big screen.
True.
I've said that a bajillion times on this show, and I will die on this hill.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like this person, Kamala Khan, understands that. I don't even know her real name, Ileana or Iliama or something like that.
Iman or something like that.
Yeah,
I think her name is
Iman or something. She understands that if you were to say that the MCU is the 616 and the comic books are the 616, it's either Kevin Feige trying to get people to say that this is the definitive storyline, even though that the definitive storyline is already plotted out, or that he doesn't respect the idea and he wants this to be like the official line. And we get it. Like the MCU, I would consider that the primary source where everybody gets a lot of their information. Like I'll admit it. I'll fucking say that shit. Like not a lot of people read the comics, and if you do, you're not happy with how the movies are, or you're casual with it by now. At the very beginning into the Infinity Saga, you're really happy. But I mean, we've all agreed that the last several shows and movies are not parring up to what the Marvel is capable of doing. Right?
They all have their moments. They're not all going to be like winners.
I really haven't seen any winners.
I mean, Loki had its moments. Falcon and Winter Soldier had its moments.
I've loved everything.
WandaVision, WandaVision had its moments.
Oh,
I loved everything that's
we've
been
enjoyed it. Yeah, we've enjoyed it, but like
and so like that, yeah. So you saying that it's not living up to it, I have to wholeheartedly disagree on that. Yeah. Like they are showing that, yeah, they still have steam behind, in the engine. They still have wind in their sails. But are we gonna? I'm not always gonna expect Endgame level, Infinity War level production ever again. I told that to myself when I saw Endgame. Like, okay, this is like the peak of what I should expect, and that's where like, but I'm not gonna make my expectation always be up here. I now know that I have to bring it back down to like Iron Man again.
Yeah, we just talked about that last week on the show where we were talking. Me and Brian talked about it, where we were saying, you know what, like, okay, Trigger, for you and how the MCU has been going, like, do you kind of hold any of the films or TV shows to the par of what they've done story-wise with Endgame? Like, to that concept from the first 10 years to now, then now going into phase 4, do you feel like phase 4 story-wise is being handled the same way it was for the first 3 phases?
I can't say that it is, but only because like you already have established story behind it. So like phase 1 through 3 was pure establishment, right? So now like we already have that establishment going phase 4 forward. Mm-hmm. So now that we have that establishment, it's kind of hard to separate yourself to where being like, okay, this is all brand new stuff and there's no basis behind anything that we're seeing. But that's not true. We have the event in New York. We have Infinity War. We have the blip. We have what happened in Thor. We have what happened in Iron Man. We have Civil War. We have all these big events that have happened, giving basis behind a lot of these now origin stories that are coming out, and some of them are completing. Like you have Spider-Man that just completed. You have well, I mean, that's really the only one that's completed, right? You had WandaVision that completed, and Falcon and Winter Soldier that completed yet started again. Loki, which went a weird turn in its own weird direction. And so then, Hawkeye is pretty much over and stuff like that. So, like I said, you have all these big events that are giving basis to now brand new stories. And so, no, they're not being handled the same way. But I know that they're being handled with the same amount of care because, I mean, Kevin Feige does care about these. I know that he cares about these IPs.
Oh well, yeah, but definitely he does, man. I mean, that's his job. His job is to care. But like the concept is the reason why I say this is because through and through, we've had establishing shows from Loki, WandaVision, Hawkeye, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now Kamala Khan. We have Doctor Strange too. What is the purpose of this phase? Like, what's the whole purpose of it? Like nothing. Even Moon Knight. Like, what's going on? Like, I have no idea what this phase is about. Other than
for me, dude, I really
established.
feel like this is the setup to the Midnight Suns, dude. Like, we're getting a lot of
How
Midnight Suns
does
shit.
Kamala Khan, America Chavez, WandaVision?
See, and that's why, like, and you know,
Falcon.
like, not to like cut you off or anything like that, but like, I really feel like the TV shows are setting up something else, and the movies are setting up another thing. You know what I mean? It's like the formation of the Avengers and then like the West Coast Avengers.
But like, okay, so even with that, like, okay, the Midnight Suns. But Kang, you have what's some of the other shit that they're trying to sell? We have Gore the God Butcher coming up, which I don't know how the fuck that's gonna set up anything dealing with Kang.
Dude, and I hate to say it, man, but I really think he's gonna be a throwaway.
Dude, I am.
I know you don't want to hear it, man.
I
know you don't want to hear it.
I hope to God, and I'm sorry, Chris, but I hope to God that happens.
Dude, I'm gonna live feed my reaction to that right as soon. If I'm
dude,
if
I already know Chris is gonna be like, just saw Thor, absolute trash. Don't see it.
I'm gonna do that shit mid-movie
because I have to make this live feed.
I'm gonna do that shit mid-movie in the theater where people are like, "Hey, dude, quiet down," and be like, "Fuck you,
shut the fuck up."
Yeah, fuck you. This movie's horrible. Read the books, guys. Movie. Okay. So, being that it's Christian Bale, and I kind of feel like they're gonna follow the formula that they're bringing in all these big actors, and then they just kill them off in a one-off.
What character? Well, what villains actually survive? There's only been a handful of them.
I mean, no, dude. I mean, if you look at all the other characters out of Thor, all of them survived pretty much.
Who?
I mean, well, Thanos didn't survive, which is fucking wild to me. You look at Baron Zemo, you look at Red Skull, you look at
he's dead,
and like that's the weird thing. He's dead, but he's not.
He's not dead. Yeah, he's
dead. He's literally on another planet protecting.
Yeah, he's on Vormir.
Yeah, and that was literally straight out of Captain America 1 when he gets like teleported like the
dog.
That's dog. Straight. He didn't die though. I wouldn't say he's dead.
Bro.
But then again, you know that they put him in is because he was apparently supposed to be Lady Death. That's literally who was supposed to be Lady Death. Who else?
Everyone else is dead.
See, that's who Lady Gaga should have been.
Lady Death. You think they should bring her in as Gore the God Butcher's Lady Death?
No.
Yo, do you think that they're actually gonna bring in Lady Death in the Gore the God Butcher story?
No, I think they're gonna hint at a lot of big cosmic beings, though.
Okay.
I think you're probably gonna see,
the
Lord Order, and Master Chaos,
the Living Tribunal, see the champion,
Eternity and stuff like that, Infinity. I think you're probably gonna finally get those names thrown out there.
I like to see the champion. You remember the champion, the dude with the red hair?
Yeah.
I love to see that dude, just the dude that goes around and just fights people all his life.
Do you think that we'll get what's the guy's name from King in Black? Shit. No. Do you think we'll get a reference to him? You know what? So I was watching your boy Comics Explained for King in Black. That's some fucking hardcore shit.
Wild,
dude.
Man.
And Carnage, like I was already a Carnage fan.
Bro, dude, watch his
Carnage.
Absolute Carnage.
Dude,
that's what I'm on.
Did a travesty with Carnage, dude.
Yo, Carnage was a bitch, bro. Like not as in like a bitch, but he was a motherfucker to deal with, bro.
Yeah.
He was a motherfucker.
It's a travesty what Sony did with him and Venom.
Dude,
holy shit.
He is the only character where Spider-Man and Venom were like,
they had to team up. Like, yo, we gotta take this motherfucker.
Right? Like, we're good with this.
we gotta take this motherfucker out because he's not fucking around, bro.
Dude, good fucking call, Vince. We might get Gladiator.
Dude, if we got Gladiator, if I got anyone from the Shi'ar, I would lose my fucking mind, bro.
Well, you have to remember in the Jane Foster.
Dude, but I honestly see the Shi'ar coming out in Guardians 3. I don't see it coming out in Thor though. I mean, I know that the Guardians are going to be pretty prominent in Thor, but still, like, I really see.
Just remember that during the trials of Jane Foster, she goes against the Shi'ar king, well, their gods, in a competition to see who's a better god. And of course, she wins
but
because
we
she's
also
got
have like
humanity.
yeah, but we also had like 10 years of Jane Foster that they're gonna try and shove into fucking 2 hours.
To 1.5 hours.
Yeah, so I mean, don't expect her entire fucking story. Because if that's the case, I want Mangog.
Don't tell me that. No,
I would like to see Gladiator show up at some point, but
yeah,
where would you put? I mean, he's definitely involved in the incursions, but I don't see where you'd be able to fit that in though. That's
with the Jane Foster story, like she does deal with the Shi'ar when it comes to dealing with their gods. Yeah. So maybe like as an invite, like, nah, dude, Henry Cavill, I'd love to see him as Hercules, dude. I am so championing the idea we're gonna get Hercules, dude.
I bet we're gonna get a mention to him. I bet we're gonna get a mention to him.
We're gonna get a straight up like, yo, this is my son.
Yeah, no, I think we'll see.
Yeah, this is my fucking son. They're in Olympus, dude.
Yeah, I think
they're in Olympus. There's no way,
bro. You know what? I don't like. I'll if we don't get Hercules, we'll get Ares.
Fuck
I think we're getting all of them motherfuckers, bro.
Ares,
if I'm being honest with you,
he comes out in Siege, but fuck Ares.
And then fucking eats it.
And then fucking eats it by the century.
Well, because like everyone's supposed to die, right? Gore is supposed to kill everybody on Mount Olympus, so
he's supposed to kill everybody everywhere.
He wipes out like a pretty good amount of the gods, leaving Thor as the last one. Yeah. Because so the scene where Gore the God Butcher in the trailer, he's walking into that really menacing looking area where there's like tentacles on the wall and shit, and you see like I think you said like, oh dude, this guy looks fucking amazing in that scene, right? When he walks up and he's all like kind of like the constipation face or whatever, and he's like, you're very different, you're not like a normal god. That's when he's torturing young Thor in a cave, and then all of a sudden a bunch of like Scandinavian Vikings come in to save Thor, and Gore the God Butcher's like, oh hey guys, calm down, dude, like I don't have anything against man, I just think your gods are bitches. I'm just here to kill them. And the Scandinavians are like, oh, save Thor. And he's like, dude, stop, guys. Like, I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to save you because you're slaves to these gods and all this stuff. And they kind of like, then he ends up fucking up all the dudes. And then Thor gets loose and then kicks his ass and then he bounces out. So like, that's a specific scene. Like I can literally tell you what scene that is in the comic book. The scene where like there's weird aliens attacking Asgard and all the Asgardians are fighting back and Jane Foster's there. Like I get the idea of them going to Asgard and fighting because that gives reference to the old Thor scene when Gore constantly sends his like his little weird things after King Thor. Mm-hmm. But like I can't really assume like where they're putting it in like the younger generation where he's like in middle age. But I'm telling you, man, there's so much stuff. There's I don't know how they're going to do like, because he goes to like Chronolopolis or something like that, which is like this place at the end of time. He kills all of these dudes and drains their blood out so that he can make a god bomb. He brings in like the god of bombs to make a bomb that just kills gods. And like, that's what the whole entire aspect of the second story is like a Gore, the god butcher, god of bombs or whatever. So like, I don't know how they're going to fit in both of these storylines into one thing. From what the trailer looks like, it looks like it's going to be a really cool intro to who Gore is as a villain. And then like in a second movie, we'll get Gore creating the God Bomb and Thor having to stop him. But like, there's a bunch of elements in the story that I feel like are going to be missing, which of course are like the time phasing elements where you have the three Thors.
Honestly, I think the biggest is going to be the Necro Sword, dude. They can't do it.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Sony would definitely cock block on that because then you're gonna have to introduce Noel, and they're not doing that.
I don't think they have the rights to it because I think Sony owns that, right?
Yeah, anything that has to do with Spider-Man, they got, bro.
They got. And the thing that's crazy too is like they already mentioned that Hela has the Necro Sword.
Yeah.
Which means that the god, and this is what I claimed a long fucking time ago, Trigger. You remember I said this, that the two gods that fall on Gore's planet are Surtur and Hela.
Oh, I agreed with it. When you said that, I was like, I agree with that.
Because it's such an easy layup, but Surtur can't die. he's like a immortal god. And this
Technically,
dude's
neither
very-
can Hela.
Yeah,
Like
neither
she's
can Hela.
died, but she's died and then just kind of been like, oh, this was just an aspect of me.
Yeah, because she's literally like the queen of hell. Like that's
Yeah.
she's Hades. She's literally Hades in the Asgard's pantheon. It's just very, very weird the way that they've handled these characters, and it's very, very hard to say. And I don't want it to be like, okay.
But that's
I
such a
don't want this
cool
to
thing,
be-
yo. The Necro Sword is so cool, bro. Like the
It's so
origin of it,
important, though.
and yeah, like the origin is so fucking important, bro. It just sucks. So I kind of get your frustration when it comes to like continuity now, because something like that, I like to
See,
explain.
and that's gonna
explain
be
where
me,
you the fuck you got
and
the
that's
sword
going to be
from.
me when Secret Wars rolls around.
Secret Wars comes out.
Like
And then
I
that's gonna
guarantee
be
you, when
Brian
time runs out,
fucking House of
you
X
know,
comes
and
out.
yeah, Secret
Yeah.
Wars
Fucking,
runs out. We're like, dude, I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like, no, I don't like this. Where's my Fantastic Four? You know,
This is why I like the little girl that plays Kamala Khan, because she's calling out bullshit early, because she's like, dude, you guys are gonna write yourselves into a really bad corner. Yo, how are they gonna do Vulture in the Morbius movie or whatever it is that they want? Dude, I'm so fucking I love the Morbius memes. I know that's super
I
awesome.
forgot about that fucking.
Yo,
movie.
there's a petition to release Morbius again in the theater for a third time. And the petition is like, sorry, we were busy. Can you release it a third time? It's got 15,000 signatures, dude. And the petition is
dude,
literally, we missed the second one.
those,
Sorry, dude, we were
those
busy. That
petitions
weekend.
mean diddly shit.
Dude, I love that. That's dude. The
To
petition
me,
is
like that just means that there's 15,000 weirdos who want to go see a fucking
the
Morbius
petition.
game.
The petition literally says, "Dude, we're sorry, we were busy that weekend. Can you release it again?" That's the title of the petition, dude. That is fucking, dude. The Morbius memes are so good, and I bet you Jared Leto's like, they love my movie. Nobody loves your movie, Jared Leto. You need to teach Ezra Miller how to have a cult, dude. Like, oh man, dude, fucking Jared Leto. How are they gonna pull? Okay, Kevin Feige overlooks all this shit, and I know we always say faith in Kevin Feige, he can do no wrong. How are we overlooking the idea that the Vulture is in an opposite universe, which we know another universe put him there for no reason?
Honestly,
And there's
think,
no incursion.
All right, so I think there was initially a game plan. I think a very cohesive game plan with Sony to make things fit. But I think the pandy really fucked shit up. I think the pandy fucked a lot of things up.
Oh, okay, got it. Pandemic.
And it pushed a lot of things back. It made things just not happen. So this is what we get. I honestly think that's what happened.
I can feel it.
That's the reason why it feels so discombobulated.
Well, yeah, because you have the idea of Doctor Strange 2 releasing and them saying if someone is lodged in another universe, they create an incursion.
I honestly don't think Kevin Feige would have allow that. Yeah, the way that it happened anyway.
Yeah, because literally Sony was like, okay, we'll take the writing from here. Thanks, Kevin. Like after Doctor Strange was out and they were like, yo, let's just write Vulture in this universe for no reason.
Yeah.
Like without the consequence of thinking like continuity wise, like you know that Sony is a part of the Marvel universe because Tom Holland is an Avenger, blah, 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 and all this other shit. But like literally they were like, yo, Michael Keaton's going to go off into the Vulture, into Morbius's universe, even though they're not connected and it doesn't cause an incursion.
Okay. So even, all right. So I think George or Jorge is not agreeing with me, but I'm just saying like even the Venom thing, right? The Venom thing felt weird, right?
It was really like for no reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that, Marvel doesn't have a history of doing that. Maybe that has to do with Sony. I don't know, but that does not seem cohesive to me. The Pandy, I really think really fucked a lot of things up, and they just had to scrap a lot of things. That you know what, do whatever it is you need to do. We'll take it from wherever we got it, and that's where we are.
And I have to ask you guys, because I still think Doctor Strange 2 sucks. I know that's super out of nowhere.
That's a very hard. I mean, I have my issues with it, but I don't think it sucks.
Yeah, no, there's
I'd
parts
still
like
watch it over Thor 2.
Oh, dude, most definitely over Thor 2. That's not even a question.
That's not saying much.
What they did to Malekith, dude. Jesus Christ, dude.
Fine, okay. Then I'll go this way. I'll still watch it over Captain Marvel.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that, you motherfucker. I knew you were gonna fucking say
good.
that.
I knew
it.
Marvel
I
punching
knew
out
it.
ladies, dude?
I knew you were gonna fucking say that. As soon as I said it, I'm like, fuck, he's gonna bring up Captain Marvel, bro. All right, bro.
No,
I'm
you
not
know
gonna
what's good?
listen. I'm not going down this road with you again. But all right, I got it.
How does okay? Really weird. I have to lift this off my chest.
Uh-oh.
So I woke up and I was taking a shower, and while I was taking a shower, I listened to, like, you know, Comics Explained.
I had a dream.
I have a really, dude. Fuck, dude. I was just.
And I was a dolphin sailing in the.
I have this really cool shower head that's got a Bluetooth speaker, so I just connected it and I just
Get the
yeah, dude. It's so good. It was only like,
Look at
it was only like
fancy-
15 bucks.
Mr. Rich Kid
ass.
over here.
It was only
Fancy
15 bucks
ass
at
outta
Walmart. They
here.
had them on sale, dude. I was so
Yeah, boy.
when I saw that shit, I was like, hype, bro. I need this in my life. I need music in my life.
Casella, you want one?
The concept of America Chavez. How does it work?
You can't. I don't see again.
Okay, there is no other variation of her in the multiverse. But a way a multiverse works is when a choice is done, you have two split decisions. Two multiverses are created from that decision. So does she delete? Does she like disappear in that multiverse?
The only reason why that works, and I didn't question it, is because it's already been established in WandaVision that there are beings
Nexus.
that don't. Yeah, they're Nexus beings. So it worked for me. I didn't think too much about it.
I think a lot about this because
You think
once
about the weirdest shit.
but once a decision is made, a multiverse is created.
All right,
It's
she's
just
a
either
Nexus
one or
being.
the
She's
other.
the only.
See, this is why you shouldn't drink
one.
on the show.
I'm fucking
This is-
too. Yeah,
Wait, are
Brian,
you
I'm-
drinking?
Yeah, he is.
Get
I am
the
too,
fuck out
but-
of here. What the?
Look at
All
him,
right,
dude.
guys. Oh,
Look, I
guys,
got
I'll
this
be right
Captain
Get your
Morgan
hand. Yeah, get your handy.
Get your Henny. Yo, did you say that they're gonna do a blueberry Henny, a blue raspberry Hennessy, or cognac Hennessy? Is that out of my fucking freaking out? I don't know.
Hennessy is a cognac. It's just a brand.
Okay.
To
I
be,
don't know, dude.
as a matter of fact, by the way, Hennessy is going to be on a shortage because it is a poor man's in France. It is actually a poor man's cognac. They do not drink it. They actually drink Dobé, which happens to be my product.
Oh, you got your fucking Seagram 7?
Well, today it's gonna be Jameson's.
Jameson.
So, as a matter of fact, I will also want to let you know that our main competitor to Jameson happens to be Dogmore, and it is also of a better juice and much smoother.
I don't know. Dogmore
I've
sounds
never
like
heard
less
Sorry.
thing, dude.
Oh, okay.
They need a better name.
It's for me. It's either gonna
It's
be
not more
Jameson or Tullamore, and that's about it. That's as far
So you're
as
an
it goes.
Irish. You're an Irish
I
whiskey guy.
love Irish whiskey. Absolutely.
Check out Knockmore, dude. I'm telling
I
you.
love Scotch. I love Scotch, whiskey. I only.
Okay, then I would also recommend checking out Tom and Tool. Tom and Tool is also $15 cheaper than Glenlivet, and it's made on the same fucking hill.
I had some Glenlivet today, bro. It was so good, bro. At the party,
Dude, I'm telling you, the Tom and Tool, it's $15 less than Glenlivet, and it's made on the other side of the hill.
Shit. All right, I'll check it out. But you know what? I could not allow Chris to show me up. Like, there's no way. And I'm excited because now I'm gonna get a drunk Chris talking about Obi-Wan. I cannot.
Oh,
fucking
dude, that's
You know that, and like I feel
was a
so
great
bad
idea
because
for a
usually I'm the
show.
one trying to get drunk on stream and stuff like that, dude. And this is my second glass, and
Uh-oh.
like I mean,
I
then again,
needed
I
to
drink like a
drink-
fish.
I needed to
Like-
drink because we're in episode 5 and we barely got a flashback.
We'll get
Like,
there. We'll get there. We'll
yeah,
get there.
we're
We'll
gonna get there, dude. And I'm gonna tear. I'm not
Oh
gonna
no,
tear
dude,
it, I'm not gonna-
me and fucking Brian already got our little.
We did,
our little
yo. We
squab.
did.
you
yo.
guys
It was
were,
fucking
you guys
great,
were
yo.
sparring in the
That
comment
was
section.
great,
like
yo.
that.
It was no, but see, like I like that. Like I don't like fucking
Okay.
conversations where the person I'm talking to doesn't know shit about what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's great. No, it's great. It's good shit. And
Yeah,
like,
but today,
fucking,
okay, so are we gonna chalk that up just for the idea that
she's
the
a Nexus
multiverse
being.
theory just doesn't work on America Chavez?
She's a Nexus being, dude.
Yeah,
Let it
dude.
go.
That's okay. So whenever she makes a decision in any universe, that multiverse, she just disappears when the decision is made.
No, I don't think that. I think it. I'd have to kind of chalk that up to her being kind of like almost like the Molecule Man. There's only gonna ever be one of her. Granted, there's one of her everywhere,
Everywhere.
but like
She's
she's
just the
always
same
gonna be the same.
across.
Yeah.
She's the same character across.
Listen, I will agree. It wasn't really explained, but then again, it wasn't her movie. It's not like it wasn't an origin movie.
Yeah, this wasn't this wasn't Doctor Strange features America Chavez.
Yeah, no. So
this was
like,
WandaVision featured Doctor Strange. Called Doctor Strange. You don't fuck with me, man. I know what's up, Brian. I was gonna say this last week. You know what you need? You need a little scary mask in the back of your over there in the back behind you, like in that little
in that little corner right
on
there,
the very top corner, peeking, dude. Like the scariest fucking mask just peeking out of the shadow, dude.
No, dude. What he needs is a black silhouette that's just slightly lighter,
and get like a screen mask or something.
God, that would fuck me up so bad right now. Yeah, dude. So I was just going back. I think Doctor Strange it just rose a lot of questions for me. But going back to what we're originally,
it raises a question for me. What the fuck do you think about when you're in the shower, bro? That's the question that raises
my brain is always on for fucking Marvel stuff.
People have let go of Doctor Strange, but you just can't let the motherfucker go, bro. Like,
it's because it's weird. It just doesn't sit right with me yet. It's just yet.
It's never going to if that's the case, bro.
No, the one that's gonna fuck me up is Thor. You watch, dude. Thor's gonna fuck me up so bad, dude.
It's gonna be fucking amazing,
dude,
bro.
I'm honestly like, I don't even think I'm gonna be like, I can even be on that show because it's just gonna be pure negativity.
No, you have to be here. You have to be here because no matter what, listen, I've already said it. I am a stan for Taika Waititi, so this movie is gonna be good regardless of what happens.
I agree.
And regardless, I hope that he hates it because I'm gonna come in here and just absolutely love it, bro. I'm gonna
you watch. You guys are both gonna get videos that are like super like zoomed into my face, like just my eyeballs, and I'm gonna be like, "Where the fuck am I? Why is this drag? Where did I get to this timeline?"
So wait, can I ask you? So are you gonna? Can you honestly sit here and say that you're gonna give this movie a fair shake? Like if it's good,
Thor?
do you think it doesn't? I don't think you can. I don't think you're gonna be able to give this a movie a fair shake regardless.
Okay, look, I'm gonna go in there as best as I can because I know what it is that Marvel is trying to do. Look, Jane Foster's not gonna die in this movie. More than likely, Chris Hemsworth's gonna hang up his hammer. That's the way I see it. He's either gonna choose to be king, and then they're going to let him be king and they're not going to talk about him anymore. And Jane Foster is going to run the Thor scene for the next couple of like years. Because that's the way it is in the comics.
Okay.
And we understand that eventually Thor is going to get his hammer back because he has to be king of Asgard.
Yeah,
like,
but he already has. But he's already worthy. He could just will it to himself.
That's okay. So you see what I'm talking about? Like, what does it even matter if someone else picks up his hammer now? Like, why does that even fucking care? Like, why?
Oh, and you know what? I think I did see a still or something where Valkyrie picks up the hammer too, dude.
Everyone picks up the hammer. There was a mechanic that picked up
I think I did see that. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure I saw
I'm looking that up right now.
She can because she's the king of Asgard. Can she just wield that shit? Anybody can.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but I kind of remember seeing that.
There, like, dude, I mean, there's probably going to be more than like, she's a Valkyrie, dude. Like, she is worthy. She should be worthy. She's not doing it because she's arrogant or whatever. She's a warrior of Asgard. Like, she's pretty confident in her I don't know, her fucking morals or whatever. And then plus Odin's dead, so there's no enchantment on it anymore. Like, that's just what his enchantment holding Hela in hell was gone too. Like, all his shit broke. Fucking Marvel always writing shit ass into a corner. Fucking assholes.
Boy.
But you're not enlightened enough, dude.
Huh?
It's because you're not enlightened enough.
Yeah, dude. I need Jesus or something. Yo, are we gonna get like the Christian gods and the Gore the God Butcher? Is he gonna kill like all the Christian gods?
The Christian gods? Oof.
Yo, why not? Are they like off limits or what? They're gonna wipe out Egyptians and everybody else. What the fuck, dude?
Maybe they will.
No. Absolutely not.
Dude, stop.
Absolutely
stop.
not.
Jesus, just fucking Gore beating the shit out of Jesus.
Can you imagine Thor beating up Jesus?
Imagine Jesus showing up with a cross and wiping everybody's ass with it, like, just spiking, throwing nails at people and shit.
And then Thor just comes down and smacks him with fucking Mjolnir.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. We're going to get it. Dude, I'll tell you what.
Y'all some sacrilegious motherfuckers.
Yo, I'm telling you, no, about what I'm saying.
It's coming.
No, it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
I'm gonna tell you what's coming. Santa is coming. The Guardians of the Galaxy
you are real drunk.
Is gonna bring Santa. Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special is gonna bring Santa as a villain. They're gonna bring the Marvel version of Santa. Who, hey, dude, Trigger. We've talked about Santa before. That dude in the Marvel universe is a fucking Omega level.
Yeah,
Omega
I
level
believe
character.
I believe he's a confirmed Omega level mutant.
They're gonna have a badass zoom in, dude, where it's gonna like the it's gonna go through.
Dude, if he's not yoked as fuck, trash, dude. Just yoked
comes
as
in
fuck.
fucking just ripped as shit. Comes in holding the cross, dude, on his shoulder. Yo, dude, Jesus is coming, dude. I'm telling you, man. What if they do American Gods? Nothing is off limits right now.
Okay, so you know what? I looked it up. I'm wrong. I'm looking at the still now. It's Jane Foster standing next to her holding the hammer, and she's holding a sword. It's on Screen Rant. If you want to go about Screen Rant, it's got the picture of.
No, I know which still.
Yeah, they released some pictures recently about her with her sword, right? The Valkyrie Stinger.
Yeah, so she's holding the sword, and Jane Foster's holding Mjolnir. Yeah.
Yo, are we pretty solid that fucking Valkyrie's gonna die in this or what?
Well, she's going toe to toe with Gore, so I don't know how she survives that.
Yo, I just specifically remembering that they couldn't hold their shit with Hela. Yo, much less Gore.
Yo, Hela was badass, dude. I loved Hela, dude.
Yeah,
I loved Hela. I loved it.
Hela was a baddie.
Yeah, but this is Gore the God Butcher. Literally, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if they do not give reference to Gore the God Butchering, torturing the God of Torture, I'm probably just gonna walk out of the goddamn theater, dude.
See, and this is what I'm saying. Like, you're not even gonna give this movie a fair shake, dude. You know they're not doing that.
Dude, like
they're not doing that, bro.
Because it's a nod in the comics. He doesn't show him torturing the God of Torture. It's literally him being like, "Yo, I tortured the God of Torture, Thor. Like, you're up, bro." Or you know what? You can't even get the scene, but there's a scene where he has like a built as fuck Volstagg, like captured in a cave and shit like that. Volstagg gets fucking crucified, and he just like malnourishes him. He's just built, just ripped, dude. Ripped Volstagg, the fat dude that's always eating. Like, there's so many crazy things about the Gore the God Butcher story that I'm really anticipating, and we're probably not gonna get. Probably not gonna get. But I am gonna give it a chance because it's one of my favorite storylines. But the thing is it's one of my favorite storylines. I'm gonna be critical about it. I'm just gonna be critical because there are parts that, since I know the story all the way to the end, I know what's important, and I would like to see Taika Waititi take this and do it and him really be like, hey, you know what? Like, I know that I'm usually a satire, writer or a comedy writer, but yo, this is some serious shit, and it's not every day you get to do like Christian Bale on your roster. Like, he needs to carry this film. And literally in an interview, Taika Waititi said Christian Bale right now by far is probably the best villain in the MCU.
Wait, who is?
Christian
Bale. That Gore the God Butcher is probably the best villain ever in the MCU. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? He's supposed to do that shit in an hour and 70 something minutes. He's supposed
you
to
know what? Now that you mentioned that, I don't agree with you there, but I do. Obviously, I think you're being funny and shit.
Robert, if I had the cash to just throw away and do that, I would totally do that.
I do. I will agree with you now. I do think the time may be an issue.
Yeah, fuck, that's an issue, man. I mean, dude, with the scale of the size of the Gore the God Butcher story and everything that's supposed to transpire, I could tell you right now, it is not going to go the way of the comic book.
No,
but you know what? Yeah, it's not. I can tell you. I can tell you that, bro. Because even Thor 3 didn't go according to the comic book, right? So
if you ever fucking thought that it was, you're either high or dumb, dude.
Yeah, I don't think anyone thinks that. Besides,
yeah, no, it's not going to go It won't even be like. I mean, literally, they're just going to be like, well, it's kind of like the comic. We're using this guy's name, Gore the God Butcher. Like, that's kind of like the comic, right? Because other than that, I don't think they're going to be able to follow much of the story. So, but I'll give it a chance because, like we said before, like Thor Ragnarok, it's good. It's fun. It's a great movie. I think Taika Waititi did an amazing job.
It's not good. It's fucking excellent. It's perfect. It's the best MCU movie of all time.
I think Guardians was, and
But
so was Winter
what?
Soldier.
Guardians 1?
Yeah, I thought Guardians 1 was really good. I'm a really big fan of Guardians 1. I'm sorry. But mine's literally Winter Soldier.
I think Winter Soldier will be the only movie I will entertain.
And Thor Dark World.
Fuck you.
You're off the show.
Fuck you.
Fucking Marvel credentials just ripped out of my chest. Dude.
I'm gonna need your Marvel card, bro.
Yeah, I literally thought yeah, Winter Soldier's probably my top one. And then
Winter Soldier's a motherfucker. Like if we actually did like
Guardians of the Galaxy 1, I can rewatch that fucker all day long. I can rewatch the fuck out of that movie so much. It's so crazy how much rewatchability in my life Guardians has. Like even Guardians 2, I can rewatch just for the soundtrack. But Guardians 1, like I can rewatch the fuck out of it over and over again. I don't even know why, dude.
During the beginning of the pandemic, I watched the entire MCU timeline. And
You're amazing, dude.
Dude, Winter Soldier still holds up, bro.
It slaps, dude.
It's still
it's so fucking good, dude.
like even if we watch
anyone who
right
says
now,
and anyone who says different is wrong.
Yeah, it
You're
still
just
holds
wrong.
up. Bro.
Wrong.
That movie is really fucking good, yo. That's a really
From
good
bottom to top, worst movie. Thor Dark World.
Yeah.
No,
Second
dude,
bad
sorry,
news,
man. I'm
dude.
gonna have to give it to Captain Marvel.
Fuck you.
Iron Man 3. Then after that, it's Doctor Strange 2.
Yo, Captain Marvel is not a bad movie, bro. Like it's literally like
I think it was just put in the wrong spot.
Oh,
That's really what it is.
I don't know.
Not bad. But okay,
Not
so
good.
watch. I'm going to tell you right now. I think the only reason why Captain Marvel is considered like a bad movie to the comic book writer or readers or whatever is how they used Talos.
Listen,
Talos plays such an important role in Secret Invasion.
This is some
And
bullshit.
now you made him a fucking Girl Scout.
This is some bullshit, and Trigger really just triggered me. No pun intended. I want to know everyone in the comments, and if you listen, only answer this if you can honestly not troll me on this. All right, was Captain Marvel a shit movie, bro?
No,
And I'll know if you I'll know if you guys are fucking trolling me, you assholes. So let me know.
he just exited the fucking show. He's like, nah, you know what? I'm done with.
You know what? Fuck this shit.
I don't get this shit on my other podcast.
Oh shit.
Yo, okay, going way back. What are we rating Captain Kamala Marvel Con?
Not for me. Rob, you're done. Take me out of the chat, bro. Take me out the chat immediately, bro.
I ain't adding you. I ain't gonna add you. Fucking, I'm still got you blocked.
Not for me, bro.
Hey, you know he opened up the other chat, right? You know he opened up the other.
I got like 5 chats, bro, right now with us.
The group chat, and all of them hate Captain Marvel, dude. No, my
There you
brother likes Captain.
Yeah,
Marvel.
there you go, Bobby.
All
Ponce,
right, there
dude.
you go, Bobby. You're
Yeah,
invited
Bobby
to the cookout,
Ponce.
bro.
Bobby
You're invited
Ponce.
to the cookout, bro.
My brother,
right.
Bobby. Yeah, straight up. I mean, it's not Jude
Big
Law.
old
Dude,
Bobby
fucking
P.
Jude Law's in it.
Yo, the acting was decent, bro. Like there was some really good acting in that for a fucking MCU movie.
Yo,
That's
how
pretty good.
nuts is that knowing that Jude Law is in the MCU and he's not dead? Like that's the most underrated fucking actor in fucking comic book history, dude. Jude Law just got beat up by a chick and left in the desert. Like,
yeah,
he got tanked too, by the way.
Well, the girl that plays fucking Cersei is, you know,
the fucking
yeah, she's like 5 characters in the MCU right now.
Yeah, dude. So I mean,
for 2 seconds, dude.
chill out with Jude Law, dog.
That was honestly
and Gamora in one scene.
That was my only issue with Captain Marvel is that Jude Law just gets tanked at the end of the movie. Like he doesn't even stand a chance with her. Like she's so OP. She's so OP that she tanks.
They didn't even kill him off, dude. So you know that Jude Law's still around there somewhere. Like Jude Law is in the MCU universe, like just doing nothing, like working at
dude. It's because he's gonna
working at fucking Radio Shack and shit.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna come out in Agents of Shield. There you go.
Yo, what are we rating fucking Miss Marvel?
Solid. You know what? Soft 7.
I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I give it a soft 7. It's a very cute show.
Yeah, honestly, that's a perfect analogy,
dude.
Yeah, you know what? That's a perfect analogy. I'll get. It's a very cute show.
Yeah, it's a delight.
I'll give it a 7.
I don't know how they managed to pull off naming the ants the Illuminantes.
Yo, I loved it.
But
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved
the
it.
Illuminantes. I was like,
Yo, I loved it.
Dude,
That was again
that was really
writing.
funny.
Writing. It's this. I'm telling you, I don't think you guys. I know you guys say you like it, but the
Yeah.
writing on this show is great.
Yo, no, it's really good. When she saves the little dude, and in
then
the
almost kills him,
process of her still saving him, like they're still laughing at the aspect of him eating ice cream and pizza.
Dude,
they're
and
doing
memes
those
about
little
it, like
quotes.
immediately memes about it.
Yeah, and they're literally
that's
just
exactly what I'm
making
talking
fun of
about,
that
dude.
shit.
Meme culture is so prevalent in the world that it's literally made its way into fucking MCU movies.
Yeah, into the MCUs. Like it was really clever the way like it really fed into her character too, that she's still making those little like Spider-Man puns while she's saving him, that she's like you can get like a bowl of it or a plate or however you eat ice cream and pizza. Like she's just still like with a quirky,
Trying to calm this dude,
yeah,
this
like
little
still
kid
with a
down.
kind of a funny, but at the same time like she's analyzing the fact that this kid eats pizza and like she's literally thinking about that shit too. Like it's
Like,
very
wait,
clever.
like, wait, what? Yeah.
It's very clever writing, super clever writing.
I thought it was funny when the kid finally falls on the car and he goes, "Oh, my ankle!"
And everyone's
I'm like,
like,
bitch,
what a bitch, dude.
I'm like,
everyone's
bitch, you almost died. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about? You
And
almost died.
that's the only part that I was kind of tripped out at, is like everyone was like, oh, what a bitch, she dropped him and shit. And I was like, yo, you all were standing there, like nobody was like calling 911. You all were world starring that shit. Like,
It's Nightlight.
yeah, it's
It's
like, oh, that's
Nightlight.
funny as fuck too, dude. Yeah, it's a very cute show. Like it's pleasant. It's a little delight.
And isn't that fun when we don't have to be so critical about something? Like we can just actually like
Yes,
sit back and fucking enjoy the shit,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Yeah,
I love
and
that.
that's
which is what we're
like
talking about.
that's the
Hopefully we're gonna do
attitude that I
those
really,
characters.
really try and bring to like everything
Everything.
Marvel related. And
And-
I have to, because if not, then I'm not gonna have any enjoyment with it. And like I kind of feel like I'd be doing Marvel a disservice. Like why did I originally get into Marvel comics?
But the thing is like at the same time too, like, is this the audience? Like, is this the audience that they need to kind of like stick at? Because this is a great show. Like, it really is a fun superhero television show. And it's a lot better written than a lot of the shit that they've been coming out with in recent times. Like, it's a really great show. And I wonder if Marvel was to say, hey, you know what? Like we should stick to this demographic of audience.
I think they kind of had that idea with Hawkeye because let's be honest, dude. Kate Bishop and Yelena were fucking dude, just gold mines.
That was the best part of the show.
Yeah,
best part of the show,
easily. Like I have rewatched those dynamics 100 times on YouTube.
Oh, is Robert?
He's like, oh yeah, man, your
kick
kick was really good, man. The way that you threw me through that wall, man, that was pretty awesome. He's like, and it's.
Yeah, the dynamic.
Man, stop making me like you. I know, but I'm pretty awesome.
Yo, we gotta talk about that. Is Kamala Khan trying to bang her uncle? Because I'm so confused.
She is now.
Yeah, is that?
I don't think I honestly I'm I don't know, but
Come on,
I would be surprised if they're related, dude.
It would be extremely wild if they were related.
Okay, so we see we see the chick when the kid is in the sky, right? But we don't for sure know that that's her great grandmother or her grandmother. We don't know that. We don't know who this.
Yeah,
lady
we don't know. We don't know who it is. That's
we
coming
don't know
to
who
her in
she
visions. We're just assuming because that's what the show's giving us. Like we're just assuming she's trying to bang her uncle.
That's funny.
Robert's kind of like, why did he let her drive? Which is very interesting.
That's a valid question.
Really good question.
Which is funny coming from Rob because as I'm trying to explain to him the little issues that I had with Obiwan, he didn't want to hear none of that shit.
That's funny.
So that's just funny coming from Rob, but it was definitely a valid point, bro.
Okay, so what questions do we want answered in the next episode of Miss Marvel? Because we're getting how many episodes? 7 episodes?
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that with this show.
What shame did fucking her great grandmother
I'm very
bring?
interested in the fact. Okay, so straight up, still we haven't really gotten a lot of explanation of what these bands are. We know she's an Inhuman. We really haven't gotten any information. Yeah, well, she should be an Inhuman, or she's just a Kree modified person. They could change the entire story and just be like, well, they were Kree weapons and they need tools to magnify their powers. And they could be like, oh, well, the inlining of these bracelets are made of Terrigen crystals, and that's what helps activate their shit. All right. I'm about that. It's close. But that means we get a Black Bolt somewhere, right?
I just don't see the reason why you would even in the Doctor Strange 2 movie.
Fuck over characters like that.
If you want to think about something in the shower, I think this is one. Like, why even bring up the Terrigen Mist in Doctor Strange 2 if you're just not even gonna use it going forward? Because this would have been a great way to bring that in.
Even before that, why bring up Reed Richards as the smartest man for doing some stupid ass shit?
That's poor
writing.
Like,
okay, I'll even go even farther than that. Why say that you have Baron Mordo who can put like little teleporty shit on his shoes,
but can't get out of the ditch?
Can't get out of a goddamn Doctor Strange parkour crevice or whatever. You just stand there, man. Dude, okay, even better than that.
I'm sorry, Triggs. I set him off.
Yeah,
I set him off.
The Illuminati scene was so fucking.
He's drunk right now, so
Fuck
fucking.
Me, dude. I don't know, but I left the gate open, bro.
Yeah,
dude, like Captain Marvel, Monica, Maria Rambeau comes in fucking crashing through a wall to get killed off by being squashed by a rock statue. What the fuck does that even mean?
It means that she has some heavy shit.
I can do this shit all day. It means I can do this shit all day.
No, dude, it just means that Captain Marvel's a punk, dude. Like I said, like her fucking movie, dude.
She's fucking kryptonite rock, dude. Hey,
you're on fire tonight, bro. You're on fire tonight, man. You're not even missing. Like the shots are there, and you're just taking.
By chance, who was the statue that crushed her? Who was the character statue that crushed her?
Punk.
Who was the character?
Bitch.
Is that Carol Danvers?
I know where this is stemming from. This is stemming from the Qui-Gon jit. All right, I got it. I see what I was trying to remember.
Time to move on to our next subject.
All right. So what are we giving? We're giving it a 7 out of 7. So 7 out of 7. Great stuff. I hope by the next episode we get a little bit more explanation of what the Bangles are. She called her great auntie. And the auntie, that was such a cute conversation. Where you at? You never write.
That's her grandmother, dude.
Is that a grandma? Oh, that was so funny.
It's her grandmother. She calls her. She calls her Ani.
Ani.
That's like the.
I
That's
hope
like
we get some kind of explanation. This lady that just appeared in the back of the car
for grandmother.
The lady in the back of the car was like, "Yo, Kamala Khan, it's so great to meet you," even though nobody know who the fuck she really is, and they only got a video of her. And I don't even know how this weird dude that might be her uncle, like, even figured her out to be the character that had superpowers. I hope it all gets explained because that was a little bit confusing. And Damage Control came out with some fucking Hulk blasters and shot her shit right out of the sky. So that was pretty interesting too. So hopefully it transpires a little bit more. Through and through a delight. Highly recommended. What do you guys think of Captain Marvel, or what is it? Kamala Khan Marvel, Miss Marvel, the Disney stream show? Tell us in the comments. Yeah, I'm fucking woo. I'm feeling it, huh?
It's all right, bro. We're at the finish line. Don't worry about it. We're almost there.
We are at the finish line.
We're almost there, yo. Don't worry.
So we are at the greatest talking point known to man.
I'm gonna have to go, wee real quick before before I get into this conversation.
We are at the redheaded stepchild of the Star Wars universe.
That's a little much.
Yeah, kind of. Kind of. I mean, we all established last week that that Star Wars died a long time ago, and whatever it is, the dead horse they're beating or has connected to the fucking iron lung is the thing we're getting right now.
Yeah.
We are about to get into the conversation of Obiwan, Disney's Plus episode 5. Fuck, dude. Here we go. Brian. What did you think of episode 5? Is it episode 5? Am I on the right episode?
It's episode 5, yeah.
Ooh, fuck yeah, dude.
Which means we only have one left, by the way. And you know what? I think that's where I'll start. I actually liked this episode. As Rob in the comments and you guys in our group chat will know, I'm just confused by this show. Like, the reason why I'm so confused is because in this episode, you get the flashbacks that we were looking for.
Horrible
since
fucking
episode 3.
flashbacks.
Wait, what? Wait. Say what?
Since episode 3.
No. Chris, I heard what you said.
Yeah,
What'd you
dude.
say?
Anakin looked like ass, dude. He looked like a fucking
I didn't mind it.
nuts.
I didn't either.
He's got the
I
old
was
man,
expecting it.
He's got the old man lines. Like
No, I didn't.
they
didn't mind.
needed to do the de-aging shit on that CG like that.
But okay,
Anakin looked like he had seen some shit.
so because of the
Oh, he had seen some shit. It was in the desert, dog.
he fucking-
So hold on. So was the entire flashback just a throwaway because of that?
No, it
Do
was
you-
good. I'm just saying the CG sucked on that part. For
Okay.
me, that's it.
Okay.
Other than that, it was cool as fuck, dude. I mean, it was a great explanation of the character and how he kind of like derives in his shit.
So again, like I said in the chat, I'm so confused by this show. Like this episode, and I do have issues with how it was written. This entire show has been written horribly, but this episode is what we were looking for the entire fucking season.
Yo, Robert, Anakin looked like the oldest young guy I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Well,
and
it's
it
because
raised
he obviously fucked it up, with Luke last time. So I'm sure they're like, you know what? Let's not de-age him, dude. Fuck it.
Dude,
yeah, absolutely.
It was it
But
was
honestly,
wild. Cool,
I don't understand how you can give me this episode and not give me this the entire fucking season. Like I'm confused by that. Like you're proving to us that you knew what we wanted.
You knew what we wanted.
Yeah, you knew what we wanted, but you just decided to give it to us the second to last episode, which is weird to me. It was really weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did like the episode, obviously. And I was saying a little bit what I do like. We'll get into what I didn't like. What I did like is even though this is an Obi-Wan show, I do like how we get more insight as to what is driving Darth Vader. For the life of me, from the OG trilogies, I didn't know what motivated this guy. None of us did, actually, if you think about it. We did not know what motivated Darth Vader in the OG trilogies. We kind of understood a little bit more in the prequels, but for this episode specifically, we understand it's strictly revenge. Like that's the only thing that's fueling this guy. This episode, this episode explained episode 3 or episode 2 when he had the chance to kill Obi-Wan but didn't, and we were all sitting there scratching our head like, well, what the fuck was that?
I
Well,
thought
no,
it was funny as fuck because he just wanted to burn him.
Yeah, well, no, it's
I know
explained.
that
He's like, bro, like I have been trying to prove to this man forever that I'm better than him. I'm better than you. And I want you at your peak performance to let you know I'm better than you. That Reva fight, Reva fight, right? That was amazing, bro. I don't care what anybody says. That was an amazing piece of fucking Star Wars, bro. That entire scene where he's pulling down the spacecraft, that was what? Chef's kiss.
That was awesome, dude.
Chef's kiss, bro. You could have given me that 2 episodes ago, bro.
Why didn't he just shake it like a fucking rattle in the air, though? Like just rattle that boat,
bro. Like this episode
okay, so look,
was great.
I think them showing the OP-ness of Darth Vader, it's good, but to me, it's kind of been overdone. I want more emotion from Darth Vader.
I disagree with you.
He's done a million things, and then not only that, you have guys like Starkiller. You have guys that have done a million other things in the Star Wars universe. I mean, fucking Rey did the same shit and practically killed Chewbacca in one scene in the new movie. It's already been done. And then not only that, if you go back and see that scene, there is no other spacecraft in the background. So I don't even know how that fucking scene works.
It
like,
works. I mean,
it worked because we didn't pay attention to it. But like, if you go back, there is no ship when it flies off. There's no ship behind it. So like when he brings it down and another ship flies off, you're kind of like, oh fuck, they got him with the dupe. But it's like there was no ship in that.
I think for me personally, I think if I'm going to nitpick at that scene, which I didn't want to because it was so. Listen, if you give me a fucking great scene like that, I'm not going to nitpick at it. If you give me a weak scene and it's written poorly, then I'll nitpick at it. But the one thing that stood out to me was, okay, so you just brought down this ship. You couldn't have brought down the other one behind it. Like, that's the only thing that stood out to me. But I was okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, because it's that trope. It's the way it's written that you're like, oh, damn, he got him with that Star Wars trick. That's kind of like the way you see that shit. Like when the fucking first ship flies off and they catch the first ship and then the second one takes off. That's the same thing they do with Chewbacca and the fucking Force Awakens. Like the fucking first ship comes off, he pulls it. Him and Rey and Kylo Ren are pulling it. It blows up. she thinks she killed Chewie, but they didn't see the other ship in the background that flew off that had Chewbacca on it. I mean, it's the same. It's kind of like the same trope. Your mind just kind of like, as an audience person, we watch it and we're like, "Oh, dude, that was pretty cool." But like, I've seen all that shit before. Like, that's my biggest thing, is I've seen that shit before.
I think I looked at it a little bit differently. I think that I understood that in this episode we got the theme of the show. Like, we got the theme. It's revenge. Everyone in here, anyone of significance, is looking for revenge. And how it blinds you to your mission.
Reva's revenge story.
Reva's, no, but see, that's what I'm saying. No, but see, I think you're looking at it the wrong way, because I think
an assassin more than a fucking savior.
No, I think that she spent so much time trying to get to Darth Vader that when she finally did it, that was not a thought out plan. That wasn't thought out. Like, she just went for it because Obi-Wan souped her up to fucking do the shit. Like, he set her up. Like, let's just call it a spade. He set her up because he needed to get away. So he set her up, and it just wasn't thought out.
Yeah,
because her revenge blinded her, and that was the one thing that was confusing to me. You spent all this time trying to get to him, and this is how you decide to.
Well, I mean, we talked about this in the other episodes. There's no way to redeem this character into making her seem like it's a revenge story.
They're gonna try.
She's done a million evil fucking things.
They're gonna try.
She's just a mean person. And then at the end, she's gonna cry to Obi-Wan and be like, "Oh, he killed me." Dude, she walks in front of the other kid with the fucking hat on in the amber trophy room every day. Like, she sees literally another fucking kid in that weird. Every one of those motherfuckers is gonna get a show you watch, dude.
Triggs, I want to know, what is your thought on this episode?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look, I loved it, but not for the reasons.
Most Star Wars episode.
So I loved it, like, not just because of the flashback and stuff like that. You're like, yes, that was beautiful and stuff like that. You know, it was great seeing the old Obi and his, you know, in his prime and stuff like that, showing Anakin, showing Anakin, like, I can still disarm you, like, even without a lightsaber. You know, that's always really cool, right? You know, it shows the dichotomy of the character. You know, it shows, you know, right now he's at his lowest, absolute lowest. He's very disconnected from the Force. He's not utilizing it the way that he used to. On top of that, he's not as proficient with his lightsaber anymore. You know, these are obviously very, very, you know, like, tangible things that you're seeing, you know. And on top of that, you know, we're getting the fact that, yes, like, lightsaber combat is a very perishable skill. So he still sucks. Or, you know, he sucks now, but he didn't back then. You know, he had the high ground, he had the high ground and still took a dub. Now he's kind of like, well, shit. This kid's really mad, and he really wants to kill me. You know, and now, I mean, Brian's right. Everything was motivated by revenge. I honestly picked up on that episode 1. I knew that was kind of.
I didn't see it.
I did, only because, like, you saw, like, the whole Reva thing, so you kind of felt that, like, I was like, okay, she's a youngling. She was a youngling. She's a youngling. I'm gonna bring you to Vader. Okay. Vader wants him because he wants to kill him. Or Vader wants him so that he could torture him and make him suffer the exact same way that he suffered. You know, like I said, I saw those things coming. I thought that they were very apparent, but that's because, like, I don't know, maybe I was just, you know, just seeing through certain things, or, you know, or just overanalyzing the show. Yeah. But nonetheless, I still loved the show. You know, I still like this show a lot. What I loved most, and, you know, me and Brian had a very, very lengthy conversation about this earlier, was that you had the blind faith still very apparent in Obi-Wan in the very early episodes. And, you know, then you see the flashback, and it's just there, so prevalent, that his blind faith to the Force, you know, or the light side of the Force and the Jedi Order, that he was just like, no, we're right and everyone else is wrong.
See, all right. Listen, I hear you say that it's blind faith, but I think it's not even that, though, because, like, yeah, you can sum it up as blind faith, but he loved this kid, dude. Like this was
no, and like you know, I didn't disagree with you on that. That was like that was the one thing that like if anything, I was just like, no, you are right. He loved the kid. Like he saw this kid as a little brother. Like he wanted to make sure that this kid did not go down the path of the dark side because he knows how easy it is to fall down that path. Like the kid was teeter-tottering his whole life.
Are you saying he didn't follow the way of the Jedi because he?
No, what I'm saying is that by blind faith is in the Jedi Order is the way that I saw how Qui-Gon went about it. Now, me and Brian, you know, went about this in length earlier, but Qui-Gon was very pragmatic, as opposed to you know, Obi-Wan being very practical.
Okay.
You know, Obi-Wan sees it as like this is what he grew up in and this is what he knows. Qui-Gon was like, I mean, I've kind of seen some shit, and I'm just saying, man, I think there's a little bit more out there. You know, I think we should like he was kind of the tree hugger and like the tree hugger of the Jedi Order. Like, oh man, maybe we should like you know, open our minds and explore the things of the living side.
We've been kind of anticipating.
I love Brian's expression about
we have literally been
only because we've been through it, and I want to do it right here on the show, but
dude, Robert is itching, dude, fucking teething, like foaming at the mouth for it.
Yo, I'm sorry, Chris, I know you want to get in, just let me get this off my chest really quick. How do you blame Obi-Wan for Anakin? He should be the last.
Here we go. Okay,
he should be the last fucking person. Number one, Anakin is his own fucking man, bro. He can only do but so. Obi-Wan that is can only do but so much. And if you want to blame some fucking body, blame fucking Qui-Gon, fucking Jinn's bitch ass.
Here we go.
Who was told literally by everyone that he told this insane fucking stupid ass fucking plan that he had,
and that's what I'm trying to say. Like literally,
fucking do it.
The entire season of Obi-Wan has been selling you the idea that Qui-Gon, like Force Ghost, is gonna come out. The only shit he's gonna come out and say is, "My bad, my bad. Like, I'm sorry, I told you to fucking take care of this kid. I should have listened to fucking Yoda
and Mace Windu and everyone else that
listen to everybody with the red flags, dude. Like, Qui-Gon's just gonna be like, my bad. Like his ghost is gonna come out and just stay in the distance, like of the shot, and just be like,
dude, it was to the point where they didn't even need to see the kid. No, they interviewed him and they were like, no,
fuck this kid. He's too old.
No,
and he's like super young, dude. I was like, what the fuck is this?
They were like, no, do not train this kid. What does he fucking do? He puts he trains the fucking kid and fucking embeds this idea to Obi-Wan. Yo, we gotta train this kid. As a great Padawan that he is, all right, bro. Like, I'll do it because you're my master.
It wasn't the fact that he was the great Padawan or that he was going to be a great Padawan, dude. He was the child of prophecy. That's what they had. Like there was a prophecy in line.
Who told him that? But who told him that?
Bro, research did. Yeah, research did.
No.
That was a very prevalent thing that there was a child of prophecy.
There is a child prophecy that there would be someone that would come and bring balance.
And everyone said he wasn't it. So Qui-Gon Jinn took it upon himself to disregard his elders and be like, yo, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This is the kid. When they were like, no, this kid is troubled. If you train him, he is going to be basically the Antichrist.
Yeah, but they're not his elders. He's been offered that seat. He's been offered that seat so many times, and he's rejected it. And they're like, he's like, no, dude, I cannot sit amongst you guys.
There's a part of me that agrees with Brian, because Qui-Gon is the first iteration of the idea of like Star Wars toxic super fans coming out saying that he was officially the first gray Jedi because he fell on both parts of the line. The idea of Anakin
Robert's here, dude. Robert's fucking yours, dude. I guarantee you, the kid is like,
okay. In the prequels, they established that the idea is that this kid's got a high metachlorian count, and they could tell he's gonna be strong in the Force.
Yeah.
And then Qui-Gon's like, "There's the prophecy. He could be the one that brings balance to the Force." And then Yoda goes, "Nah, this kid's fucking evil."
Yeah, if you train him,
fuck this kid. Look at him, and they're like, "Look at him. He's flipping knives and fucking staring at me like he wants to hit me." And Qui-Gon's like, nah, dude, you're overthinking it, Yoda. You're only fucking 480 years old. What do you know, dude? Like, and Qui-Gon's just like hands in his fucking thing, and he's like, yo, let me go check this kid out and his weird mom. Yo, did you know this kid had like a Jesus birth? This kid's cool. Let's bring him on to the team.
I guarantee you, fucking Qui-Gon went into that fucking meeting after he smoked a bleezy and was like, dude, chill. Just
he was
chill.
high as fuck when he went to that meeting.
Yeah,
he
dude,
leaves
like,
the meeting,
bro.
Mace
You
Windu
all are like freaking out over
Fucking
nothing. And they're like, bro, he's gonna
480-year-old
like
Yoda.
the kid's gonna be evil, and he's like, yeah, but if we
But he'll
train
be
him
our
right, he
evil.
won't be evil.
But
You
he'll
were-
be our evil.
No,
Like, we
he,
could teach
they,
him to be
they
evil
literally
good.
sat there in that room and told him, bro, if you train him, you are going to be raising the Antichrist. Like, as far as we're concerned.
And what happened, bro? He
Qui-Gon
still
Jinn's
brings
like,
fucking.
bet.
He still brings peace, and he still brings balance to the Force.
After murder,
You know, yo,
Yeah, man. Fucking
bro,
you know
you
what?
blew up a planet, dude. How much do you really need to give
Yo.
this guy a chance?
Yo, do you want to know how much? Do you want to know how much of a bitch Qui-Gon Jinn is?
Fuck Alderaan, dude.
Fuck all
Yo,
that.
Qui-Gon Jinn is such a big of a bitch that he jump started this fucking end of the world, end of the universe type of shit by setting Darth Vader on his path, just for him to lose on a one-on-one to fucking Darth Maul. What a bitch, bro! Like, are you kidding me?
That was Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan did that shit. That was all the revenge story on Obi-Wan when it came.
And then
back.
my boy Obi-Wan had to go and finish off with what Qui-Gon Jinn couldn't do. So you're telling me that you're gonna fuck start this entire fucking series of events that's gonna lead to mass people fucking dying, and you can't even take out a Sith Lord, bro? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on,
I
man.
agree.
Look,
I
man.
agree.
All
Come
I'm
on,
fucking
bro.
saying, bro, is when you get chin checked, there's a whole lot of shit that can happen. I've been chin checked before, and you know what? I gotta get rattled. You know.
You know what? I watched it was kind of a version of a Comics Explained about Darth Maul, and that guy's a fucking beast, bro.
Oh, Darth Maul's
His-
legit, dude.
He's got a really good story, yo.
Yeah,
A really
he's
good
got
story.
No, dude, he does.
That's why I was really. That's
in Legends,
exactly
that guy's
why I
a
was saying they
fucking
did
like
really well.
hoss, bro.
Yeah.
Like a
That's why I
straight
was
hoss.
saying he didn't. I was really hoping they weren't going to bring him into the show because I knew they were going to fuck it up because he had a really great run for his character. And if people
Yeah.
don't like it and they want to see a live action, just go back and watch the fucking Rebels show. You can watch the whole goddamn thing. He
Yeah.
did a great thing for his show. Yeah, I 100% believe that Reva's character did not need to try to redeem herself this episode. Like trying to explain to Obi-Wan that she was like, I was there. I felt sad.
What I
need to
loved
get my
most was
revenge."
like, where were you?
Yeah, where were
Bitch,
you?
I
And
was
like,
also getting attacked. You
Yeah.
selfish little.
Okay, all right. So
I
yeah,
get
no,
it,
I
'cause
I
she's
said
a kid.
I said the same thing. Like I was kind of busy, bitch. Like I had things to do, but
I was busy, bitch. Like,
And you
Speaking-
didn't stop him. To be fair, I really thought I did. I fucking
What do-
left him there.
what do we think about her character as a whole from this show? Do
Whiny.
you think?
Whiny.
Okay.
Whiny as fuck. I hate characters like that, dude. Where it's like, I'm gonna bring you to Darth Vader.
I was confused by that. Like, if you're trying to, well, one, I don't understand why you would join him if you're trying to kill him. But okay, I got it. You want to try to infiltrate? I got that. But
Yeah.
then why are you still bringing Obi-Wan? Because you're so pissed off at all the Jedi that you got to bring him to the guy that you want to kill. Like,
that didn't
I
make
don't-
any sense.
it doesn't make too much sense to me. Again, the writing is shoddy at best.
Yeah,
But that doesn't
look,
make any
I'm not
sense.
gonna lie. This episode was the most Star Warsy episode. It had a lot of like the Star Wars elements, but it just seems very. It's different because Kamala Khan, I feel, is a better written show.
That's
Like
hands down.
this show is not overwhelming or underwhelming. It's just whelm. Like it's
And
just whelm.
And I think that's what confuses me because this episode, just like Triggs, Triggs said, this episode was fucking fantastic. I still have my issues with it, and I think you could take it as is. This is what you could have just done this entire like you could have done this in this entire show.
But is it good because we got a flashback? Like, is that the thing that made it good?
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's
and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But that's what you wanted. Like when you heard that there was gonna be an Obi-Wan show and that they got Hayden Christensen in the show, what did you think you were gonna get? I thought I was gonna get flashbacks of flashbacks of episode 3. I thought, or episode 2 or something like that. I thought that's what we were gonna get.
It was still a fresh situation. I thought we were gonna get a more emotional Hayden Christensen Darth Vader, a Darth Vader that was not refined, a Darth Vader that was very immature, very emotional.
It's been 10 years,
but,
dude.
But we got that.
But
not only that, but we got that.
Years of shit. We know we never got that. We got that at the last of the movie where he screams at Padme.
Revenge of the Sith. No, fuck that. The entire prequels from episode 2 and episode 3 was all about Anakin and his emotions. That's all those movies were about.
Yeah. But we never got him emotionally after him claiming that Ben Kenobi kills fucking Padme. Like, we never got that after that. He didn't blame himself for Padme dying. He blamed
I still don't think he entirely does.
Yeah, he literally thinks Obi-Wan fucking killed her.
Yeah. But like, okay. Because that's no longer Anakin. That's an emotion of Anakin. Anakin's gone.
I don't know. That emotion when he's dragging his ass through the fire, that looks like Anakin's ass.
That's not Anakin.
That literally looks like Anakin's fucking hot dog ass.
The same way,
legs hanging out on the edge of that fucking killer.
The same way you guys were telling me that fucking Obi-Wan was gone, and we're talking about Ben. The same way I'm telling you, Anakin is gone, my guy. He is gone. This is Darth fucking Vader. What? What?
No, I honestly have to agree with Brian. Like
Anakin is gone, dude.
Yeah.
There's no remnants of him.
Yeah, you're calling for Anakin, but he's not here at the moment. Leave a message.
Yeah. No, I get that he's like portraying this role, but if he was just Vader, he wouldn't have an emotional content to want to get revenge on this random ass Jedi.
Why wouldn't he? He's a Sith.
He could have just killed him. No. He could have just killed him in the desert. But he literally purposely threw a bunch of shit that's flammable on the ground, and he literally put his ass in the fire and drug him around for a bit because he wanted him to burn like the way he burned on Mustafar.
But dude,
that was not
Michael. If you're still in the chat, dude, get Dave Filoni onto the show. We'll fucking have all those answers.
That to explain what Vader is. This is a dick measuring contest as far as Vader is concerned, dog. And I hate to put it that way, but that's what it is.
I have to agree.
It's a fucking
dick measuring contest. Was him not pulling out his lightsaber to fight Reva.
No,
that was a dick measuring contest.
No, that was when he snatched.
That was a statement.
Yeah,
that was a statement.
That was a dick measuring contest.
When he snatched that and then threw it to her like, "Yo, pick it up." That was him like
statement.
That was him like, "Yo, I wanted to show him that I'm better than all you motherfuckers, but now I have to settle for you."
But why I'm not even. If it's not Anakin, why him?
What do you mean?
If it's not Anakin, why him?
Because now
it's only Obi-Wan is only valuable to Anakin, not to Darth Vader or whoever the fuck he is.
I don't think
he's not valuable. Darth Vader just does because he's evil, because he's a Sith. But he wants revenge on Obi. Literally, he's just been tracking down Obi because of what he did to Padme and Mustafar in the last fight scene and him getting bested. Literally, jump over me, bro.
That was the whole point of the flashbacks. Like, that was the whole point, is that he could never best this guy.
With Anakin. Not
yes.
Darth Vader, Anakin flashback.
As whoever. I could never best him. He always bested me. We're not talking about Padme. He's not after him because of Padme. He's after him because he could never best him. And now he wants him. He only wants this guy so that he can fight him at max strength to show that he is the best person with the Force sense or whatever in the world. We got Force Unleashed in this fucking episode.
Yeah, but
this is some straight Vegeta shit.
But that is already past the idea of it being the show based on revenge. That's based on who's better. That's not revenge. Revenge is for how he fucked him. Revenge is how he left him on Mustafar. Like, that's revenge for how he ruined his life, because in the very end of the prequels, he was like, "You took this from me. You're the reason why I'm here." Yeah, dude, he was a whiny bitch in the end. And even in the aspect of it, when Obi-Wan is standing on the cliff, he had like fucking 40 feet that he could have just walked onto the shore and fought his ass. But he was like, Obi-Wan was like, "Don't jump over me. I got the higher ground." And he's like, "You fucking challenging my power?" And he even like humphed to jump over him. Like, you're right. He is trying to best him in those situations, but it's Anakin Skywalker. And right now, as Vader, he's still partially Anakin Skywalker. All he sees is
okay, I will
revenge.
agree. You are right, but I don't think it's because of Padme. I don't think
No,
that's the
fuck no.
reason
No,
why.
Padme is just his chick. Like
Yeah, or
he was trying to
anything.
learn how to save her life.
Yeah, or
That's what he's trying to.
anything
That's why he
of that
changed the
nature.
dark side.
I think it was just more of now, and I say that Anakin is gone because if this was Anakin, then we would have got flashbacks of Padme, and we would have got that. But no, we got flashbacks of him being taught a
No, that's
lesson.
because Natalie Portman's still on fucking Thor right now.
True. But we got flashbacks of him just being taught a lesson, bro.
Yeah,
and honestly, I'm here for
straight
it.
up. This is the only thing that kind of connects him to being Anakin Skywalker that he knows of.
That's what I'm saying.
This is it.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's
why he wants to like ruin the fuck out of Obi-Wan, like because that's the only thing that connects that Anakin is still there somewhere. That's why he's been searching for him this whole time. That's my opinion.
Or
So,
maybe this, maybe he wants to kill Obi-Wan as a, kind of like what you were saying, Chris, is like once Obi-Wan is dead, I'm no longer Anakin.
yeah,
I truly
that's
am
why
Darth
he's no
Vader.
longer Anakin. Once this is his last connection to that character or that persona that he's kind of like liberating. Is that he needs to kill Anakin. But then again, it's like it doesn't feel that way. This just feels like
Anakin's been gone, dude. Though once he went into the younglings' room and killed them, Anakin was dead, dude.
Nah, man, he fucking
We
killed
haven't
that one kid and
we haven't
in Amber,
we
dude.
haven't had Anakin in a very long time, bro. Once he stepped foot into that room and killed those younglings, he was gone, dude.
And honestly, to me, dude, it was once he killed Mace.
Yeah, probably.
No, you're even wrong with that. It's when he killed Count Dooku, dude.
Because
that's when the Emperor was like, "All right, kill him," and he didn't want to. He literally was like, "We got to take him in." He's like, "Kill him," and he fucking chops his head off.
That
was the first time he took a life,
I kind of chalked that up to him just being still a very brash,
I don't
Jedi.
know, dude. I literally remember him knowing that Count Dooku was defeated, and even Count Dooku was like, "All right, you got me, dude. I fucking quit. You got me, bitch."
Well, you took my hand. I take your hand.
You got me, bitch.
Yeah, he's like, "All right, you got me.
You got me.
Uncle. Like, all right, you fucking got me, goddammit." And Anakin was like, "Yeah, I got him." And Sidious is like, "Yeah, you got him."
But cut his head off. But cut his head off.
Do it.
Yeah, dude. Like that was to me the part that's the part that Anakin was being like tormented.
Can I be just a little bit nitpicky about this episode? I'm trying my hardest.
By all means, man.
Dude, what are you talking about? Fucking Chris welcomes
no,
that,
dude. I'm gonna tell you what. This whole show, fucking erase it. Erase this fucking show. It's gonna be a show about Leia gets taken, and then Qui-Gon Jinn comes back, and he's like, "I'm a Jedi, and I have a certain set of skills. I can save this little girl." I'm going to listen. I'm going to show with Qui-Gon Jinn, dude.
I'm going to overlook the fact that Leia is a fucking mechanic now. All right, I'll overlook that.
Dude, she had that shit. She's just a princess.
I'll overlook that.
Dude. She already has that knowledge.
I'll overlook that. Can anyone explain to me how there was two things? One, there was how many stormtroopers do you think was outside of that gate?
5.
30.
No, it was like fucking 30, dude.
It's like 30, right?
No, fuck, like they couldn't shoot anybody.
So, all right, so I'll bypass the fact that they were trying to shoot the door down and then Reva just used her fucking lightsaber, which she should have just led with in the first place. But all right, that's fine.
I saw say that in a podcast that they were like, why didn't they just give everybody lightsabers and just fucking whop that door down?
We'll overlook that. We'll overlook that. Okay, we'll overlook that. The door opens, right? The stormtroopers start shooting.
They can't hit nobody.
No one dies besides 2 people.
Well, they can't hit nobody. Stormtroopers are just bad shots. We know that. That's the joke.
Yeah, that's what I've always chalked that up to.
But that's like worse than that because these people can't move. They're like trapped.
Yeah, they're like point blank too.
They can't. They're literally point blank range. Point blank. And
and that's how you stay alive with a stormtrooper. Don't move.
Don't move. This is a really bad shot.
I was like, yo, I don't understand. Okay. Fine, we'll overlook that.
Yo, how loud does that chick have to scream for them to shoot the door, though?
Fam,
She screamed super loud and she was like, fire.
We'll,
I was like, fuck, dude, they're right in
we'll
front of you.
we'll overlook all that, right? So then Obi-Wan gets the bright idea to surrender so he could talk to this chick in front of the stormtroopers that can overhear them talking. We'll overlook that, right? Twice, actually.
That would probably have to be my biggest nitpick.
Yeah.
I was like,
they did it.
No one fucking heard you right now.
They did it twice, actually. They both had conversations at the door and when he gave himself up. All right, cool. We'll overlook that. But then you're waiting for Vader to come, and what do? You send him back inside with 2 stormtroopers?
Yeah. That's silly.
After he's been giving you guys the fucking straight,
he's been giving you the business. He's been giving you the business.
Fucking episode.
You send him back in.
Yo, we caught him.
Okay. All right. So send him back in. But you
base.
Yo, okay, fam. Send him back in. But why do you need to close the door behind him? You know what's gonna fucking happen. I was wild, like, man. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. That is poor writing. This entire show has been poor writing. You guys are lucky that I got a fucking flashback and I got fucking Vader doing some dope shit in this episode, or I would have been done with this fucking show, bro. Done. I would have been done. After that bullshit you pulled last week, holy shit.
Yeah, I just really think that Star Wars is dead. Like, I literally think that the Skywalker storyline is just a complete mess.
Triggs, you weren't here last week, so I want to ask you. I asked Chris the same question.
What's up
with everything that's been that you've seen thus far with shows and movies? Do you think just the good parts of Star Wars are gone? Do you think that's over?
I think the good parts of the Skywalker saga are over.
Okay.
And the reason that I say that is because, you know, I look at Mando and dude, that just fucking makes my dick hard every time.
Yo, do you understand this whole franchise is hanging on by fucking Mando?
Yeah, a character that just got introduced. Like 3 years
you guys
ago.
realize that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I realize.
Yeah, no, I'm fully well aware of that.
Holy that's scary, bro. That's scary, and that's why I'm asking. Like, do you think just the Star Wars that we know, that we've come to love and revere and all that shit, do you think the better part is over and now we're just left to Kathleen Kennedy throwing shit at a wall and just hoping that it's
not even kidding? But like, how do you feel thinking of the way that the show thinks of the ignorance of the audience by literally bringing out the Inquisitor, like at the end of the show when we all knew canon wise that he's in the fucking show 5 years later?
Yeah, I didn't mind.
I was like,
I didn't mind that.
That was ignorant writing to be like, yo, let's write him that he gets stabbed and it looks like he dies. When you know 5 years later he's alive in another show.
Yeah, I did honestly. I didn't mind it.
That's a waste of like an episode. Put that on someone else that doesn't like come out in the future. That's like Titanic, dude. If I were to make a story about Titanic and I'm like, hey, it's a movie about something we know that happens in history, but I'm going to put an element and says that we actually have a protocol in case we hit an iceberg and we're going to survive. You would be like, nope, that shit fucking sinks. Like, I know that bitch sinks. That's like, you're wasting my time with that storyline.
But it wasn't, it wasn't, but listen, I'm going to tell you why the reason why I didn't mind it is because it wasn't a wasted move.
That's a huge
move.
We knew
it wasn't. No, it wasn't wasted because it was to help Reva in her journey and for us to understand where she's going. Like, it wasn't wasted. It actually contributed to her story. If she doesn't do that, then she doesn't get promoted to Grand Inquisitor. Then
she's not doing shit at Grand Inquisitor.
But listen, you're not even hearing.
At the ending of the story, Darth Vader was like, "Yo, I knew you were doing this shit. I didn't trust you from the beginning."
Well, that's what it is. It's helping to the story. So the Grand Inquisitor is behind the scenes and he's helping. And everyone was using Reva. So again, it's helping to add to the story. It wasn't like they just killed him or faked like they killed him and it didn't add to the story. It actually added to the story. So that's why I don't mind it. It wasn't a wasted. Whenever it was.
At the end of it, they were just like, "Yo, we punked you, Reva. Like, we knew this shit was. We read the script. We knew you were gonna do this."
Yeah.
Like, that was a waste. Like I get it.
Out of all the things we could nitpick and bitch about, that's what the thing that actually contributed to Reva's fucking journey. That's what we're gonna fucking nitpick at. Like that actually.
But what does it do for her?
Congratulations, you've met Chris Ponce.
No. My thing is okay. Straight up, what does it do for her character?
I just told you, like it made her feel as though she got him out the way. All right. If she got out the way, we all knew since episode 1, her plan is to do what? Become Grand Inquisitor and be on top, right? Everything else.
But if you've seen the series, you know she doesn't become Grand Inquisitor because that dude still is alive. He's still the Grand Inquisitor.
But again, Chris, that's what I'm saying.
I get it.
We understand that he lives. We get that. But in order for her to get from point A to point B, he needs to be out of the way. So, all right, so we'll stick him with a lightsaber. Apparently, no one dies from a fucking lightsaber to the gut except for Qui-Gon. Anyway, his bitch ass. Except for his bitch ass.
The technology wasn't there for that.
Even Reva as a youngling ate that shit, and your boy fucking died like a bitch from it.
Oh, she said that she hid in the bodies. She actually didn't. She never took a fucking a lightsaber to the gut.
Nah, she did.
Yeah, Darth Vader just punched her in the mouth, dude. He just punched her.
But no, I do think for her to get from point A to point B, she needed him out of the way. So all right, so the way we get him out of the way, we sideline him. He comes back.
You're talking about point B being the fact that she got to this position because we know that the character that she becomes isn't really dead. But in the aspect of it, her whole revenge story is botched because she's already way too far gone. The whole thing is some redemption story.
Okay, that's a different topic though. But
no, it's the same character. Like
it's not because
her story is literally a redemption character. She's literally trying to find a path to get close enough to Darth Vader so that she can assassinate him. That's why I said earlier.
How does she do that?
How does she a better assassin than she does a hero or an anti-hero?
How does she do that? How does she get close to him? By becoming the Grand Inquisitor. She can't become the Grand Inquisitor because the Grand Inquisitor is in the fucking way. So you get him out the way. You promote her to be a Grand Inquisitor. Now, even though Darth Vader knows what she wants to do, now she feels as though like her plan is working.
Okay, so my thing is, what's the difference between what she was doing as the third sister compared to the Grand Inquisitor when she was already in direct contact with Darth Vader?
She wasn't. She didn't feel.
Because
okay, but she didn't.
The other episode
didn't feel that way.
But the other episode was after she kills the dude. She looks at the other Inquisitor, who the dude with the Raiden hat becomes the Grand Inquisitor, and he's like, "Yo, how did you get in contact with Darth Vader?" Because she was in contact with Darth Vader. There's literally no privilege that she's getting extra as the Grand Inquisitor, being that she's already getting that privilege by being able to communicate with him.
I think that you being cynical. The best way to get close to Darth Vader is by being the Grand Inquisitor, right? So you become the Grand Inquisitor. You get to be the right-hand man of Darth Vader, so then you can execute your plan. He already knows that you're on some bullshit. So what do? All right, I'm gonna make her the Grand Inquisitor to make her think that she's close to me. But in actuality, I just want her to get fucking Obi-Wan for me. That's what it is.
4D chess, dude.
It helped with the story. That's why I didn't mind it.
It's because you're not enlightened enough, Chris.
Yeah,
I'm not about it. I'm not enlightened enough. I don't get it.
It's stupid, by the way, but I understand.
You can't defend it that much and then call it stupid.
I can't. Yo, do you know what we're dealing with? Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. This writing is mind-boggling. I've never seen anything like it. So yes, I can be on both sides of the fence with this shit. It's mind-boggling. Some aspects of it are genius, spectacular, and others, it looks like a fucking 9-year-old wrote this shit.
It's fucking nuts, dude.
I've never seen anything like it.
I through and through in my mind, I cannot establish in my mind how we're gonna get a Qui-Gon Jinn reference. Like literally, if he pops up right now,
do we even want it though?
Fuck, no, dude. I don't want it to work. I just never want him to be able to use the Force to talk to anyone. Like I want him to be like I said, like before. The only thing I want right now is to know that maybe Yoda comes to Anakin as Darth Vader in a flashback or some shit. But he's alive. He's still alive.
That's another thing.
And that's not even to mention that at the ending of the fucking movies, They all had missions, and they suck. They suck at missions, dude. Fucking Val Organa and fucking Obiwan are just shit at following missions. Literally, Yoda was like, Obi-Wan, I'm gonna send you to this fucking Tatooine. You're gonna take the boy to his family, and I have a mission for you. I'm gonna train you to talk to Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon or whoever the fuck. Val Organa, you're gonna take the girl. You're gonna be great. Don't be sending fucking messages through Twitter that Obi-Wan, if you find the girl, like,
sensitive information.
Yeah, don't be just putting that shit on social media. I don't know, man. That was what do we expect to happen in the last episode?
Again,
So,
I
does Luke have some action?
I told Rob in the in our chat, I'm not looking for anything anymore. We literally just sat here and said why this show was, or why this episode was great, and it sucked at the same fucking time. There's nothing to expect.
That's why I said it's just whelm. It's not over. It's not good, and it's not bad. It's just whelm. It's not overwhelming. It's not underwhelming. This is like, I've never had that concept, and I've asked that concept to friends. Like, yo, I've been overwhelmed and I've been underwhelmed. What the fuck does whelmed mean? Star Wars has shown me what's whelmed.
Do you guys understand? Like, do you guys think that they understand the state that Star Wars is in?
I think they're doing a great job.
This could have been a fucking layup, honestly.
I think they're doing a great job. I think that they think they're doing a great job.
A bang up job. Okay.
Well, it just goes back to the idea of what it is that they want to do with Star Wars. They were asking one of the showrunners, one of the writers, and he was saying like, hey, well, you know what? Like, yeah, we got stuff about the original, stories or whatever in the characters, but we want to throw our own twist on all this stuff. And it's like, it's too late in the game to do that. Just give us the definitive story of what it is that we want. Like, isn't that what we want? Like, okay, cool. Like, we get it. Like, the 5th episode of this movie, of this television show, was good because they gave us flashbacks, flashbacks to the prequels. Like, that's kind of what we wanted. We just wanted.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah, like,
you could just give me 6 episodes of that shit, and that'd have been fine.
Dude, if they would have done that in the 2nd episode, they would have been flashback, and that's what I thought it was, because Boba Fett did a bunch of flashbacks throughout, like through and through the show, right? Like, almost the entire show of Boba Fett was a flashback. And then they start this, and they don't give you any flashback until the 2nd of the last episode. What are we expecting for the last episode, boys? What do you want to happen?
I want Cal Kestis to come out of nowhere and said, "Oh yeah, I heard you guys attack that base. I did that shit too," and just join the squad.
I did that shit too, because it's in the game, right?
Yeah.
That fucking base is in the game. Oh shit.
And you would think that they would have heightened their level of security after he did it, but apparently they didn't. So,
Triggs, what do you want to happen in the last episode?
Dude, I'm still not entirely sure, man. That's like one of those things where it's like, whatever I'm gonna get, I shouldn't expect it.
Okay. Are we expecting Qui-Gon?
Gives a fuck.
Bitch ass. you're just saying all those mean things because of what I said about Captain Marvel.
Well, Triggs,
you just kind of be hurtful though.
Hurt people hurt people.
Triggs, you're a champion. You're championing the idea of a Qui-Gon Jinn something. What would you want for like some type of flashback to Qui-Gon?
We're not going to get a flashback.
All jokes aside, isn't he supposed to already be able to talk to him though? Why is he having such trouble doing that?
Well, it's been pretty well established in this show that he's pretty he's disconnected from the Force.
Why though?
You're right. I
feel like me personally, I feel like I haven't gotten an answer to why he's disconnected from the Force.
Well, the Force is still a living thing. You ignore it, I'm sure if you ignore it for so long, it might be hard to kind of, get back into tune, with it.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Okay.
I'll accept that. Yeah.
So it's the idea of him not practicing enough that he kind of like loses the effect.
Yeah.
How many? And this is 10 years after the event.
10 years.
10 years.
So, being that Anakin was too young, so we could establish that Obi-Wan probably started being a Jedi younger.
Yeah,
So
probably
we'll
probably
chalk up
like
10 years as
5.
being,
Because Anakin was what, like 9 or something like
yeah, he
that.
was already like 8 or 9
Somewhere
years
around
old.
there. Yeah.
And he was way too old to be a fucking Jedi practitioner.
Yeah, too old.
Fucking Yoda.
No,
has
you can't
no
join our
fucking-
club. You're too old.
Yoda's fucking tight
Fucking
about that entry
blonde
level.
hair, blue eyed, Aryan looking motherfucker. Get out of here.
But are we chalking up the idea that 10 years is enough to drop that much training?
I knew this was your. I knew that's where you were going with that.
Yeah, man.
I
you
mean,
gotta chalk that up, man.
I
mean,
honestly-
if
dude, I
stop
would.
boxing,
I
would.
I
I'll
really
accept
would.
it. I'll accept it.
like if I stop
Because
boxing
if we look at lightsaber combat, you know, in direct correlation to having, you know, a spiritual connection to the Force, you haven't practiced with your lightsaber in 10 years. Now, if we can directly compare that to something in the real world, I directly compare that to, you know, shooting a gun.
Fighting shit every day.
Yeah,
I mean, if
practice
he's
it every day.
if he's
Yeah, but
fighting
if I don't
against,
shoot a gun for fucking 10 years, I'm not going to be able to shoot the way that I
but
used to.
if he's fighting against stormtroopers, he can hold his own. But when you're going against the most powerful Sith Lord ever, you're gonna have some problems if you haven't used the Force in about 10 years. I'll accept it.
I got that shit. I'm about that life. I see it.
Look at fucking Chris's slant eyes and shit.
Yeah, nah, Chris isn't having it, and I kind of no, he's not having it, and I kind of do agree with him, but I will be lenient. Like I just ran down some things that I overlooked that I probably should not overlook in this episode alone.
Look, I'll put it this way.
I don't like the show.
This show is called Obi-Wan. It's one of the
That's probably my biggest problem.
It's one, if not the most historic Jedi, and the only one to fight and live past Darth Vader. Like this is it. Like I know people they overlook it a lot, but Obi-Wan's the only one that's bested Darth Vader as an entire history. And this is the show you got. Like that sucks. That really sucks.
Best foot forward. I mean, I will agree. It's not putting their best foot forward, but I mean, it is what it is.
I'll tell you what. I think Reva is a cooler character than Obi-Wan now.
I have to.
I mean, she's got a cooler story right now in the sense.
I think she's a fucking whiny shit.
I think they had the potential to make her that way.
Yeah,
but I don't think they. I don't think
Brian.
they executed. Honestly, she's not. You would think that she would be like menacing, even when she's in the streets chopping hands off and shit like that. She's not menacing. Like she's not really a.
It's just forced.
Threat.
Just feels forced.
Exactly, and I think that falls. I think that falls on the writing as well.
What do you think saves this show for the last episode?
A redo.
I think a cameo. Any cameo, any historical cameo, just someone that shows up that's got relevance.
Dude, there's not a cameo ever that could save the show for me.
I don't know if they like literally. I mean, yeah, if Qui-Gon comes out, if Cal Kestis, you guys said it earlier, Cal Kestis comes out, that would be saving grace. But it's just because of the fact that we're laying all the weight of the show's integrity on the cameo of someone just coming in that's cool. Doesn't even have to relate to the show in any way. We're just hoping that someone cool comes out because it takes the vibe of the show's sucky writing away. Right?
Yeah, but they can't even prove to me that even if they brought somebody out, they'd be able to write the person.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
Anyway, bro.
That's the scary part, because then you're like, oh fuck, they're introducing this person. How are they gonna fuck him up?
Yeah.
I mean, if they were gonna do a cameo, you guys think Cal Kestis would be the guy?
I would love to see Cal.
Even with the writing, like, you think that they would do it right?
As a cameo, they can't. I mean, I don't know, dude.
And what would be the age of Cal Kestis? Would he be a little bit older? He'd be about his age, right? The actor's age?
I don't know.
Maybe mid-20s.
I think
it doesn't really give you a definitive time.
Yeah, we don't know how old this kid is.
So Julian Garcia says they did specifically mention Quinn Lon Voss through the writings on the walls. Yes, they did, but they did show in the trophy room on the left side a very specific character that looked like Quinn Von Voss. like literally in the amber, which sucks. Like because they don't even explain what the fucking amber room is. You know that? Like that sucks, dude. There's a lot of fucking I don't know. Well, overall, okay, boys. What do you rate this show?
This episode or the show?
I mean, the episode and the show, because literally we only have one more. There's really not much they could do. They could
Episode,
literally pull it out of their ass, dude.
episode. I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9
Oh,
only
wow.
because it gave me exactly what I was looking for this entire fucking show, and they finally gave it to me. So just because of that, I have to give it a 9. Writing aside, I'll give it a 9. But for and it's funny. I'm glad that Rob's here because I was going off. I was going off on this episode, but then after I watched this the second time, I was like, all right.
Give it a 7, 10 out of 10.
So I'll give it a 9. But for as a whole for a show, this got to be like a 5 or a 4, dude.
Trigger.
For me personally.
Not quite so critical on the show overall. Show overall, I give it a solid 7. For the episode, I agree with Brian. It was a 9.
Okay, cool shit. I'm probably gonna give it probably about a 7. I think this was the most Star Warsy show out of all of them. I think it was fun. I think it was the most, like I said, like it had that theme of Star Wars, the shots, the cinematography, and
The shots, dude.
Yeah,
I was trying to find shots to put up on Instagram. This episode had some phenomenal
like, there
shots,
were some
dude.
really great shots, dude. My
Holy
favorite scene was the cameras panning through the stormtroopers and they're opening up for Riva.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Sick,
really
dude.
really great shots overall. But you know what's really harsh? Really nitpick. The original actor that they chose for Darth Vader was a phenomenally huge guy, like a bodybuilder, 6'3", like ginormous. Anakin's looking kind of skinny in a lot of these things, and there's a lot of like downwards, upward shots. I don't know if you guys noticed that there's a lot of like the
Hayden
camera.
Christensen underneath.
Yeah,
that.
and I know that they chose to put him in the costume, and that's cool. But like, it does take away when you finally see, because he's not as tall as he is when it stands to like Reva. in
Granted,
real life.
but those movies were like 45 years ago, dude.
Yo,
And
but
he
fucking
does- and he
Darth
does-
Vader
he
looks
does
fucking
tower over her.
menacing, though.
Yeah, he does tower
Yeah,
over
because she's
her,
standing
though.
on a box. He's standing on a box in front of Reva.
Sure.
Like that's why it's always like Upshot's chest and he's not moving. Like you go back to the original Darth Vader and that dude's like walking and he's like towering over motherfuckers, dude. Like he's a big fucking dude. But like I mean that's like I said, it's just nitpicking for what it is. Should have given him tall boots. That would have been that would have been fucking fantastic, dude. 5-inch heels. I'm about it. Yeah, I'll give it like a 7. I don't think the show's like a huge throwaway. But I think we kind of called this really, really early on where we were like, do we really think they're going to do justice for Qui-Gon? We were comparing it to Boba Fett a while back. It kind of feels like it falls into the same nature as the way they handled Boba Fett. That they're using like a lot of these legacy characters to bring in extra characters that they want to kind of like flesh out in this like timeline that's already kind of like running out of time. I think Brian, I'll never forget that, Brian. I think you put that in fucking beautiful terms when you were like, where in time are they going to keep adding to the story if it's already all done?
We're running out of time.
So now we have this new character, Reva. She's an interesting character, and they're going to make a season 2 and 3 about her. So yeah, we just got to see.
I mean, if you keep using the same characters, you're running out of time. That's why I do like the we're gonna go hopefully into like the origins of the Sith and the origins of the Jedi. Like that'd be dope. But for the time frame that we're on right now,
oh yeah, dude, like back in the day, you talking about history shit. I still want to see like a teenage Yoda, dude. That'd be legit. Guys, what did you think of episode 5 of Obiwan on the Disney Plus series show? Are you believing that it's a 10 out of 10? Are you a 7 out of 8? 7 out of 10. What do you guys feel? How do you like it? And what do you expect for the last season finale of Obi-Wan? Guys, don't forget to follow us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere that you guys listen to podcasts. Don't forget to add us up. Hit us up during the week at DMs if you guys have any news, just like our boy Robert does. He's always hitting us up during the week and telling us crazy things. Guys, is there anything else you need to say? Don't forget South Texas Gamers Expo is going on this weekend in McAllen, Texas, the McAllen Convention Center. It's going to be going on Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be a really great event, bunch of cool shit, guests, and a bunch of video game stuff. So, guys, go check it out if you can. Boys, anything else you guys need to say?
Negative, man.
Oh, man. Guys, tell us what you think. Hit us up in the comment section. Guys, we love you. Thank you to all our extraordinary listeners for tuning in on this awesome Friday night with the boys. We'll see you guys again next Friday here on the show. Be easy. Later.
Peace.